enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
Let's do it. Friday.
Hi, everybody.
Morning.
Hi, everybody.
Morning.
Good morning.
You want to talk about this volcanic ash that's pretty much destroying the Earth as we try to do a radio show today?
Yeah, really quick, I guess. Air travel.
What do you mean really quick?
Well, it's what it is. We don't have to worry about it, so fuck Europe.
Are you sure?
That's what I say.
The Earth is spinning, though. Aren't we going to spin right into it?
Yeah, but the wind is blowing the other way, so it's blowing it over Europe.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So what happened? A volcano under Iceland erupts?
Yeah. Why don't you? What's the name of the glacier? Could you just?
Oh, sure, no problem.
Yeah. Could you just?
Or do you want me to name the farmer that snapped this picture?
Is that it? It's probably the same name.
The farmer was Olafur Eggerson. They like to use a lot of fucking
a lot of consonants.
A lot of consonants in a like doubles.
In a row, yeah.
They like doubles.
What is that?
What do you mean? This
the glacier. Yeah.
Oh, okay, no problem, man.
Yeah.
Ejafjalajakal Glacier.
Ejafjalagical?
There's no way that's what that is.
Ejafjalagical.
Oh, wait. All right. I got the Joff part. Ejafjalajakal. All right, say it fast now.
Ejafjalagical.
Ooh.
Oh, fuck.
You might have got it.
Glacier, volcano, erupted, and apparently spewed a lot of volcanic ash.
Is this one of those areas on Earth where they got stuck between two languages? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like everyone
No one wanted to fucking take one, so they had to compromise and slap both of them together.
Yeah, they were in that area where they just kind of had to, take a little from this one and a little from that one. Because, we all started with and then it turned into language, right?
Yeah.
But that fucking area seems like they got a little confused when they were picking their language.
Exacka-ticka-tackily.
I mean, what's the name of that train station? It's the longest word in the world or something, and that thing is ridiculous,
Yeah, that's crazy, too.
But anyway, okay.
Crazy.
So this volcano freaking erupts under Iceland, right?
Yeah, it's been dormant for about 200 years.
Oh, good.
And it decides to rear its ugly head.
That's wonderful.
Spewing hot magma and ash into the air. And now I just found it very ironic and kind of interesting that something so primitive as a volcano, which has been a part of Earth's creation. I mean, volcanoes have been around pretty much as the Earth formed. It's one of like the oldest shit on Earth is a volcano. And some of the newest technology we have is being able to hurtle through the cosmos in aircraft. And this ancient fucking thing has kept us from flying.
Yeah, but I want to slow you down a little bit. So the volcanoes have been here since the beginning of Earth's history, right?
Yeah.
Isn't it kind of like, you ever make pudding from scratch?
No.
And the pudding
Yay, pudding!
And the pudding, like, cools down, and you get those little pudding bubbles.
Yeah, and his skin forms.
And, sometimes the skin pops.
Yeah.
And sometimes it just kind of makes a bubble and then it goes back down.
Very good, Opie. That is pretty much how a volcano works.
I think I could teach science for third graders.
The heat of the pudding,
and then eventually
the coolness of the skin that forms over it, and then you get pressure built up.
Huh?
So it's got to do, and then as it contracts, as it cools, you'll notice the skin on top cracks also.
That's right.
Which formed our valleys.
Did I just fucking simplify this for everybody, or what?
You made.
And when you first start cooling down
into pudding,
when you first start cooling down homemade pudding, it's a bubbling mess, and I would imagine that's what Earth was.
Just bubbling magma.
For a long time, and then started to cool, and now we're down to the part where we're just getting bubbles every once in a while, and a couple cracks, hopefully.
Yeah, Earth had a bad acne problem in its youth, and occasionally it still gets a blemish with a head on it.
And a little white head?
Yeah.
You gotta pop that shit.
And then, the Earth pops it, and it turns into a volcano.
The difference, though, when you pop a white head, it doesn't interfere with air travel, so.
No. Yeah. This has pretty much shut down air travel in Europe. Especially northern Europe. It's England completely shut down. Ireland, I think, is going to open up a little bit today. But England said no air travel until Saturday morning at the earliest. Mm-hmm. And this is because these clouds can go upward to 50,000 feet. They're right in the zone of where air travel is, commercial air traffic.
Sure.
and they are made up of granules of molten cooled glass.
Wow.
And other kinds of dust and metals and things like that. And those get sucked into the engines. And they've had 2 documented incidents where jumbo jets, 4-engine jumbo jets, have had all 4 engines shut down and had 5-minute glides down under the level of ash, where they were, in both cases, able to restart the engines. Now,
holy crap. Can you imagine?
A 747 with all 4 engines out has got to be horrifying to the passenger.
You think the pilot was calm, or you think he was in a major panic?
I think that's
trying to restart the engine.
Well, would you like an exact quote?
Sully with a duck. Oh, you do?
I have an exact quote from one of the pilots.
All righty, Jim.
It's for the 1982 flight, and all 4 engines shut off. And the guy got over the loudspeaker and said, "Ladies and gentlemen, this is a British Airways flight."
Oh, yes.
Of course. We have a small, this is your captain speaking, we have a small problem. All 4 engines have stopped. We're doing our damnedest to get them under control.
Doing our damnedest.
They use the word damnedest?
Yes, that's English, very English. I trust you are not in too much distress.
Yes. Keep your chin up, then.
It's apparently invisible, too. You can't see it in some places.
It doesn't show up on the radar either. So, you get a storm front that comes in. It shows up on their radar, and you could avoid it. This, it just comes out of nowhere. You're flying through what amounts to rocks in the air. And one flight restarted the engines, made an emergency landing. Everything was cool for the most part. Yeah. Another flight restarted, made a landing, and the plane had severe damage, they said.
Wow.
Those turbines cannot suck in abrasives. It's very bad for turbine engine to suck in abrasives.
Why don't they put a net over the turbines?
Because then it would clog up the intake and it wouldn't get air. See, the second worst thing is it not getting air.
I always thought a net...
very bad.
I always thought a net would solve that problem, and then they wouldn't be sucking up geese and
maybe they could have
like
mesh thing, and then it could work like the cameras when things get muddy,
right.
and like on off-road vehicle races where it rolls past. So you could get, once the filter gets clogged, it just and a new part of the filter rolls in front of the engine.
That would be nice.
Oh, sure.
So
I don't think it'll work.
So they're not going to be doing any flying for a week and a half?
Well,
almost 2 weeks.
It's been a while. In some places, it could be 2 weeks. Depends on when this thing stops spewing ash, or which way the winds blow, things like that.
There's an amazing picture. I'm sure it's in most newspapers across America today. Icelandic farmer Olafur Eggertsson photographed this chilling image of the volcanic ash yesterday while fleeing his land and leaving 200 cows behind.
Flee your land!
He had time to get a picture on his Twitter, I guess, before he fled.
Yeah, Twitter's very important.
He fled his farm and his cows.
When you flee. But it is. I always find it kind of amazing when something that's very primitive fucks up things that are very modern, or when people get killed in the wild by animals. Things like that just seem like, wow, that happened to a caveman,
and still happening today.
And for it to happen to you is really, what luck?
Yeah.
Oh, jolly bad luck then. But like for that to just stop air travel, a volcano
under
amazing
Iceland.
Yep.
Did it break the surface? I would
guess it just blew a hole in it, so all that shit could
And why
come
does
out.
this shit settle faster? Why does it have to stay up there for 2 weeks?
I don't know. It's pretty.
It's pretty light.
Yeah. Pretty
just kind
airy.
of floating around a little
fluffy.
bit.
It's all puffy and fluffy.
Yeah, but you would imagine gravity would just fucking settle this quickly.
It shoots it pretty fucking high up in the air.
That's unbelievable, though.
Pretty high up, yeah.
A lot of earthquakes and volcanic...
Earthquakes, volcanoes.
A lot of shit going on this year already.
Hopefully we could depend on some hurricane action with some floods and death, destruction.
I think
people love it.
I think there was a little earthquake in Utah overnight.
Yes. Yes, a fiver, wasn't it?
Adding to the year of the earthquake.
Yes, Opie has dubbed this year of the earthquake.
And Newsweek had to say, I don't think it was because of me, but they actually in the article said this is not the year of the earthquake. They got all mad. Newsweek, they're like, we're having just as many earthquakes this year as every other year. But why has it been brought to our attention that it seems like there's more earthquakes? We've had, I think, 3 or 4 this week alone all over the world.
Maybe they're just really paying attention to it, like when it was the year of the shark attack.
Yeah,
Remember
right.
the year of the shark attack?
Sure.
Do you think there's any more or less shark attacks than there were during the year of the shark attack?
No.
I think it's the same.
I bet you it was about the same numbers.
Yeah, probably last year, the year before, everything.
But
But
last year was definitely the year of the celebrity death. We could all be in agreement. Although Newsweek and those and Times said it's not.
Happens.
We fucking lost.
We had a couple of young ones, is what it is, you know.
That pumps it up?
Yeah, a couple of young ones really gets people's attention.
I say this, fuck Newsweek. It's the year of the earthquake. Let's go with it.
Well, you know, you want to say fuck Newsweek. I don't want to burn bridges.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like Newsweek's going to do anything
really?
for me. They're going to do a piece on me.
We should hope that we didn't burn the bridge with Swank magazine at this point.
Swank. That's kind of rough. Burn it with Swank.
That's about all we have. Let's say hi to Larry King. Larry!
Larry?
Good evening.
Hi, Larry. Your hair looks great in the paper.
Thank you, thank you. I have a question for the pilot in question.
Yes.
How important is the engine to the plane? Larry King crab legs. Fungus.
All right, Larry.
Larry King with a frungus.
You know, Larry...
Can you land the plane with 0 engines and 0 hydraulics? Comment.
You know, the thing with Larry today, we're all finding out he didn't have a prenup. But then again, the
And
guy's...
he's got a lot of money.
Yeah, but the guy's what, 80? He couldn't spend all that money even if he wanted to.
$144 million.
Now-
$144 million.
He couldn't spend all that money, but now he's going to be not spending half of all that money, so...
He didn't have a prenup with his 8th wife. 76 years old.
How do you have an 8th wife and not have a prenup? Like, I think by wife 2, but I was going to say 3. By wife 1, you should, but if you don't, by wife 2, you should definitely. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's unbelievable. So good old Larry King with no prenup.
No prenup. I don't care. I did it all for the nookie. The nookie. Where's my sister-in-law? Fuck her. No, I mean really, fuck her.
We got a pilot, Anthony.
All right.
Mr. Pilot, actually Rob in Staten Island, what's up?
Hey there, Rab.
How you guys doing? It's on the right path as far as, you know, the lava. It's already been heated up. So when it goes to the engine, it's not like the engine is going to burn that up further. It's already been burned at a higher temperature.
Yeah.
So all those metallics, like you said, they basically they almost like coat the engine inside. So it still passes through. It's like a dust passing through the engine. It doesn't block it. It's not going to get clogged. But it coats those parts that usually get heated up, and that causes the engine to fail.
Yeah, I would think too. It's very abrasive, probably on some of those
the fan blades.
the blades and bearings and things that just should not have fucking glass and metal going through it.
No, exactly. I mean, you see the videos. There's YouTube videos of the 2-pound ducks going through.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And all sorts of, they can put water through. They put 1,000 gallons of water through a minute to make sure it won't flame.
That really is amazing when you just watch them soaking an engine in more water than it would ever get from rain, and it still goes.
But how do they restart? This is the amazing part for me, is they restart while flying.
Well, the restart, if you're going to restart an engine, there are usually 2 ways to do it. You can either glide fast enough so that it's windmilling. So, you can imagine a windmill. If you're going fast enough where the wind is still going through the engine, it'll start spinning on its own.
Like a pinwheel.
Yeah, either that way, or if you're not going fast enough, you have to do it like you would on the ground, where you're using the APU, which is that generator in the back. We'll give air to it, and that'll start spinning it. So,
Frightening.
Either way.
I guess the restart is after it cools down enough where
yeah, those will be parameters where as you're gliding.
If it's not completely damaged.
As you're gliding, your checklist will say, look at certain parameters. Is the engine temperature still high? Like, is the thing still on fire?
Yeah.
Or is it damaged? So you'll look and see, is a restart possible? Do you want to restart it?
Oh, yeah. Do you want to? Yeah. Yes, I do. I would like to restart engine, please. Since we're plummeting. Something tells me the glide slope of a 747 isn't too shallow.
How far can you go? Yeah, if you're at 30,000 feet and say a 737 or 747 just shuts off, how far?
I know the answer to that.
How far?
200 yards.
I would say 5 miles.
About 4 or 5 miles per 1,000 feet. So you're going to go over 100 miles.
100 miles.
You could go pretty far.
It's nice to know you could glide without engines for a while. Yeah.
Well, there was
And then what happens after that, though, Anthony?
Oh, in a 747, it's going to be a pretty hard landing.
But you have to find somewhere to land within 100 miles? Is that what you're getting at?
That happened to a couple of flights. There was one that I believe it was that flight that got hijacked and ran out of gas, and they were able to glide for a while and just missed.
The famous one,
an island.
The famous one, at least the one pilots look at that was an Airbus going to Europe. I want to say they landed out in the Azores somewhere.
The Indian Ocean, I think.
And but it was a fuel problem, and basically they were leaking gas, and they kept feeding the gas into the leaking tank.
Great.
And, they ended up flaming both engines out, and they did what we call dead stick. It's basically pull a Sully all the way down, and the guy landed. I mean, maybe we didn't get the press coverage here because it was the Azores, but it's been done.
I would guess you got to come in pretty fast in order to do that. You probably need a very long runway.
Yeah, you're losing other systems that with your engines running, you're getting certain systems that you might not have without the engines running. So
yeah, don't you have that little pinwheel that comes out and gives you emergency power?
Yeah, that could give you electricity that could run a hydraulic pump.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, you don't want to. Batteries won't run that long. Major systems like hydraulic pumps.
Who the hell would stay calm through this whole thing, trying to figure out what to do?
Sully and fucking Rob from Staten Island.
Oh, Sully got lucky.
He certainly did.
Rob is originally from Greenland, though.
All right, Harborfield's guy.
Harborfield High School.
Yeah, grew up right across from the library.
Class of what, sir? Class of what?
96.
Oh,
say hello to the second most famous person to graduate Harborfield, Greg Opie Hughes.
Yeah. I'm lucky to be the second most famous person from Harborfield High School. Thanks, Ant. Because everyone remembers the second guy to do everything.
Of course.
Who's the first?
Mariah Carey.
How
do you beat Mariah Carey?
Mariah Carey.
Stop it.
Yeah.
It's Mariah Carey and then a bit of a drop-off.
And then Greg Opie Hughes.
And then a slight drop-off.
Now, if you go to John Glenn High School in Elwood.
Who was the second guy to walk on the moon? Who was the second guy to
Buzz
fucking break the 4-minute mile running?
Oh, right. Yeah.
Who was the second guy to break the speed of fucking sound?
Oh, yeah.
Exactly. You want to be the number one person.
Yeah, you want to be the firstest
Number two
guy.
sucks at dick.
Firstest.
Number two sucks at dick.
Anyway, guys, I gotta go to work.
All right, Rob.
Bye, sir.
Okay. Did you notice Rob was going like a couple of times? He was just talking and going, yeah.
He's got pilot
They teach
vibe.
him that, yeah.
All right, Rob. Go Tornadoes. All right.
I gotta go right now.
Yes.
My house is on fire, but I'm completely calm.
Fuck that shit, man.
Yeah.
Trying to start engines at 30, 35.
Scary. So that's why they're not flying there in Europe. They don't want to deal with those shenanigans.
I mean, no flights for nobody.
Yeah, that's it. There are people stuck all over the place.
You think that's causing a bit of a problem?
People stuck all over. A lot of
we're dependent on our planes, aren't we?
A lot of the international flights apparently come into Washington.
And JFK.
DC. Yeah, and JFK. But apparently, I didn't know there's a lot of them come into Washington, D.C. And
this is not bad.
They're just kind of stuck.
This is only disrupting 300,000 travelers worldwide.
300,000.
300,000 travelers.
I heard a nightmare story of some couple that had to get back to Germany, and they were looking at other flights like Air India. It's like all I picture is Dr. Jones hopping on that flight with the chickens and where the pilots jump out.
Get a steamer ship or something.
A steamer ship.
Why not?
Yes.
They'll get there by fucking October.
Or how about
you can hop on the great airship, the Hindenburg, and make it to Lakehurst, New Jersey. Here it comes in all its glory, and oh my goodness, oh no, get out of the way.
Oh, get out of the way.
Oh my goodness, no, let the Negroes take the brunt of it.
Blame it on the Negroes.
Of course. They did back in the day.
And I want to thank Green Guy from Buffalo. There are the same number of earthquakes as last year. So Newsweek is correct. Of course, Newsweek would be correct before myself.
The year's not over.
But this year, more are occurring on or near land as opposed to underwater. And then he just casually says, yeah, there were 3 earthquakes already today.
See?
There's earthquakes all the time.
All the time. Yeah, whether
The ones
it's in
that-
populated spots or in the ocean or
The ones that make us pay attention is when it hits like, China or Haiti or, if it's
one
in the
of these
middle of the
places.
Indian Ocean, who gives a shit?
that they build fucking pancake houses that just collapse right on top of everybody.
Right.
Jesus Christ.
Right. Hey,
That's some engineering.
can we change gears drastically? Because Danny brought it to our attention last night. There's a great story out of Philly, man.
I'll fill it.
Did you hear about the man and daughter that got thrown up on?
Oh, yeah, I did.
It was at the Phillies game itself, right, Danny? It was a Phillies fan.
Actually, it was a cop and his daughter. And I guess this guy didn't realize that it was law enforcement. But, they were at the game, and they were drunk and rowdy.
They weren't the first people to hassle these people, by the way.
Oh, yeah?
There was a group of guys fucking making noise. And the guys with his two daughters, and he said, the daughter turned around and said, could you stop cursing or whatever?
Oh, no. Can the daughter just shut up, though, by the way? Don't get your dad involved.
But then the guys are worse. They threw a beer on them. They're spitting on them. And they were rejected.
Philly.
This guy and his friends saw this and just puked. He puked on these people. He just didn't like that they had people thrown out, and he vomited on them. He put his fingers down his throat.
Intentionally vomited.
Fingers down the throat.
Yeah.
And vomited on the guy and his daughter. And he was throwing up on people who were pulling him off.
Primitive.
Only in Philly. Hold on. Keith, the cop's on the line. Keith, what's going on?
Did Anthony tell my breaking plane story from yesterday? My breaking news plane story?
No.
Oh, no, yeah. I gotta, well, it's been confirmed. Or is this just one of your sightings?
That's right. Danny said, I don't have video, so it didn't happen.
Yeah.
But I was on the way home yesterday, and I had explosive diarrhea, so I had to stop at the compound and take a shit.
Isn't that great? He can stop. My house is a fucking rest stop for Keith.
Well, it's halfway between work and home.
Yes, I hope your shit went well.
Oh, it did. I almost didn't make it, though. So after leaving his house yesterday and driving on the Norton State Parkway, I saw two planes, one on top of the other. And I said, wow, that's kind of odd because you don't normally see such a thing. And then they continued to get closer to each other as they were moving towards the north. And then they had to have been less than a mile apart from each other, and then the one veered off real hard to the right.
So it looked like a near miss, as they call it?
Yes, it was a near miss. But I don't have video, and I really don't have my video.
Are you sure they weren't like, you weren't looking at it from the side, so one plane might have been way away?
No.
These were really close together?
No.
Usually the
not.
FAA and stuff, like a month later, comes out with, hey, by the way, there was a near miss a month ago.
Well, the news is reporting on this.
Oh, is it?
No, they're not.
Sure they weren't dragonflies?
Yeah, maybe.
All right, well, I thought it was interesting, and I'm leaving work now, so I should be shitting at your house in about 25 minutes.
Good. Shit all over.
All right, goodbye.
All right, Keith.
Let's get to the Philly story. So check this out.
Philly.
When I say disgusting, I can't imagine telling people what it's like to have someone vomit on you intentionally.
You heard right. It is a Phillies.
You heard right.
Yes, you heard it
it's
here.
our exclusive tonight.
Heard it here first, folks.
It is a Phillies experience that is hard to hear. A father takes his...
Why is that hard to hear if you're not the person that got puked on? Why is that hard to hear?
I heard it.
What, people are supposed to be shocked that this type of thing happens?
Yeah.
That there are animals out there?
Animals. That is hard to hear. A father takes his two daughters to the game, only to fall victim to fans behaving badly. And tonight, one of them is facing a list of charges.
An unthinkable crime at Citizens Bank Park. A 21-year-old man is behind bars after ruining last night's ball game for a father and his two daughters. And you won't believe what the man allegedly did.
Well, Susan, as you know, unfortunately, Philadelphia sports fans...
Yeah, do they have to say allegedly as they're talking to the victim as he's cleaning puke off his fucking body?
If you see him shove his fingers down his throat, I don't think it's alleged.
Right. Stop with the alleged.
He did it. Stop.
There are times you don't have to worry about that alleged shit.
Yeah.
You won't believe what the man allegedly did.
Well, Susan, as you know, unfortunately, Philadelphia sports fans' reputation and...
God, reporter voice stinks.
They all suck.
Well, Throw more syllables in there, you dunce. Hate these women.
And you know what? Stop with the serious tone.
I know.
Anyone else would be
It's a
like
funny puke story.
Everyone else would be laughing through this.
I want to hear Susan as Junio.
Allegedly did.
Well, Susan, as you know, unfortunately,
Who else Susan as Junio? I'm Reese Witherspoon.
That really is terrible.
Oh, it's so bad.
Affected voice.
Who the fuck is this fucking guy?
The guy.
That's the puke guy?
They punched him in the eye.
Someone punched him in the fucking eye.
People jumped on him.
Wow, does he have a black fucking eye there, huh?
He got fucked up. You know what? He deserves to get fucked up for it.
If you got a black eye, shut the other eye a little more. One eye is like really open wide, and the other one is just black-eyed shut.
I'm gonna puke spinach on you.
He does. He looks like Popeye.
Why does the eye get fucked up so fast?
Look at you.
God, what a fat misanthrope.
You know what? That kid could get a lot of throw up.
He probably could. He's got E-Rock neck, so he really can build it up over there. It's his defense mechanism.
He's got the pelican neck.
Yeah, a little bit.
We did.
Well, Susan, as you know, unfortunately, Philadelphia sports fan reputation, and just when you think you heard it all, here we have a 21-year-old man who was accused of vomiting on an 11-year-old girl, then throwing punches at her father, who came to her rescue.
When I say disgusting,
It was supposed to be a family fun night, but an outing to catch the Phillies game at the ballpark
beer was thrown on us.
turned disgusting and disturbing for Captain Michael Vangelo with the Easton Police Department, who was off duty when he took his 11 and 15-year-old daughters to the game on Wednesday.
And I couldn't believe what I saw. He actually had his fingers down his mouth and into his throat to make himself vomit. He vomited and lurched forward, and it was hitting my daughter.
Oh, you're not laughing at this. Look, it sucks for the daughter.
Of course it does.
And the daughter's father, but
fuck.
If you don't know these people, there's some fucking humor in this.
Yeah, it is kind of funny. I mean, yeah, that's got to be horrible. Poor kid.
Of course it's horrible.
Just going to the ball game with dad and everything. Probably had a good... He was probably buying her, like, you know, hey, what do you want to eat? And, hey, this is it. Let me tell you a little about the game. And bleh, fucking asshole comes over.
But especially since the first fucking people were so awful, too. His 11-year-old and 16-year-old daughters. And they said that the guys were being awful to everyone around them. It wasn't like a guy yelled fuck and his daughter said something. They were being obnoxious. And the guy's a fucking police captain. I don't know if he flashed his badge or not, but he should have.
Flash his gun.
Yeah.
He could take the guy's head off. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. And let's buy me some peanuts and crackers.
Just don't puke all over my back.
And it's bleh for the whole team. I don't puke, it's a shame. So it's bleh. I'm thrown out from the old ball game. Oh, my eye.
Hey, let's do a little play acting.
Yes.
You're at the game. You're with your imaginary daughter, obviously. And you're doing a little thing, and you're teaching her about baseball there as you watch the game.
Cute.
Okay?
She's on my knee.
Yeah.
People think she's my daughter. It's a date.
You're discussing the game with her.
Of course. Oh, honey. Oh, guys, this gentleman must be having an accident. No, he's putting his fingers down his throat. See, that's called a slider, not the pitch. What's coming up from his throat right now?
Second part of the story.
Police say he is 21-year-old Matthew Clemens of Cherry Hill, now under arrest. Vangelo says Clemens and friends were sitting behind them, and they appear to be drunk. We're told one of them was even thrown out of the game earlier for unruly behavior. The vomiting upset and scared Vangelo's daughter.
Of course.
She was crying. And that's difficult to see as a dad.
So Vangelo stepped in. He and fellow fans held Clemens down until police arrived. And just when he thought the night was completely ruined,
A great fan caught a ball, and he gave it to my daughter. And when I woke her up this morning for school, the ball was still in her hand.
So,
Wait a minute. Oh, Uncle Paul.
You know what? Sometimes if someone's crying, you gotta help them.
By putting a ball in their hand?
Sure, hold it in a little special pouch. Give it a kiss. Make you smile.
When she woke up in the morning, she still had the puke on her and the ball in her hand.
Yes, the ball in her hand
laying there.
fucking ham in her hair. She still had 2 snow peas in her ear and the ball in her hand. Tinkling her underpants. Poor scared girl.
Dry tears on her cheek from this horrible baseball game that she'll never go to with her dad. That put her on the pole right there. That fucked her up and put her on the pole.
I don't think.
Have a good
I don't think that makes
daughter-father
up for being puked on. How many people do they do at a Phillies game? You think 17, 20,000?
Yeah.
Being puked on in front.
Unlucky
You think it was
lottery
on the
right
big
there.
jumbotron?
Oh, that would have been. Hey, look, they're pointing. Hey, look,
on the kiss cam,
on the puke cam.
Puke cam.
So thanks to that thoughtful fan, Vangelo is hopeful his 11-year-old girl will eventually bounce back from this terrible outing. As for Clemens, I just got off the phone with police and they say he's still in jail, waiting to be arraigned on a number of charges, including aggravated assault. So what do the Phillies officials have to say about all of this? Well, our repeated calls to their office have not yet been returned.
Annoying repeated calls. You know. Of course he's still in jail awaiting arraignment. You don't puke on the 11-year-old daughter of a police captain and they just let you out. There's little things in the legal system that keeps guys in.
You think they're losing paperwork?
I think he fell through a few cracks of the legal system where it's like, yeah, we got him in here somewhere.
It's going to take a while to find him.
I'm not quite sure. But, yeah. Hey, how you doing? Yeah, why don't you puke on your cellie? Why don't you puke on your cellmate? That giant black man is going to just fuck you any second.
They are going to drag him in a court for a long time.
Oh, yeah. You don't do that. A police captain. That's unlucky lottery for both of them. He's probably just thinking, watch, I'm going to fucking puke on these guys. And everything's going to be hunky-dory, but...
we got a bit wrecker here. Bit wrecker. Matt, what's up?
Hilarious.
Yeah, I was just saying, this story is really hilarious, but it does suck for the little girl. What if this dude who puked on her has, hepatitis? Now she might have it. So that sucks for her.
Bit wrecker. Wow, you really brought this to a serious.
Yeah, really. Why would you bring this to a serious tone?
Opie, I want to add what he said.
Let's think about this for a little while.
Very serious disease, and though we were joking about it, I do want to apologize to anybody who has caught hepatitis from being puked on at a ball game, because I know I'm actually starting a foundation. I'm starting a foundation that will give money to people with hepatitis, only people that have been puked on at ball games and caught hepatitis.
I would love to know. Look, this little girl should not have been puked on, but I would love to know the odds that she's going to now have hepatitis from this. Jesus, Matt. How about we laugh a little bit at someone else's expense?
Well, I'm still laughing at
Shut up! It's not 28 days later, you dummy. They puke in their face and...
Also, she's a zombie girl.
The whole ballpark is just fucking freaking out, puking on each other.
Greg in D.C. Greg.
Good morning, boy.
What the fuck's going on in D.C.? Did your fucking hockey team lose last night? Let me take a look here.
Well, let me tell you...
Why don't you help me out? Did your team lose? Yes.
We fucking choke when we win all season long. You remember, what was it, 10 years ago? We blew everybody out of the water all year long, only to die in the first round. The Caps suck a dick.
Wait, did Travis's team... Hold on a minute. Did Travis's team beat your team last night, sir?
Did Travis's team... Let's see.
Our boy Travis is wearing a Canadians fucking shirt today.
He's decked out.
Canadians beat
Very proud of our big win.
Canadians beat the Capitals.
Somebody
who's saying fuck you?
In the booth.
That would be our Capitals fan, D-Boy.
Oh, D-Boy's a Capitals fan?
Yes, he's not happy this morning.
I'm a D-Boy fan, so I'm going with the Caps.
What happened to Ovechkin last night?
He didn't do shit.
He didn't have a single shot.
No, really?
No.
I didn't see the game last
15
night.
shots on goal. Ovechkin doesn't have one, and the coach wants to know why. Gambling.
He's gambling. Is that a rumor?
I'm going to start it right now, yes.
Oh, okay.
Ovechkin, big gambler.
Good rumor.
Good rumor. Good rumor starter.
Nice one.
All right, what do you got there, Greg?
Well, actually, you had a question, which was, what are the odds of her getting hepatitis? Unless it went in her eyes or her mouth or an open wound, none.
Yeah, that seems a little far-fetched.
I would imagine she closed her eyes before the puke hit her, right?
But
you never know.
Since I was about 17 years old.
You know, hold on. You know how many cops we know in Philly?
Yeah.
You know. All right. I don't know where to go with that. I think I feel guilty that we're having too much fun with this story.
I mean, we had Pat from Moonachie throwing up in one of our interns' faces.
Pat Duffy.
That?
What's
Pat
wrong
Duffy,
with you?
The Duff. Yeah, Pat Duffy. And he was throwing up in his face. Now, Pat from Moonachie doesn't have hepatitis, but he does have the diabetes.
And I hope you don't feel sorry for yourself.
Angry fuck.
Call Liberty. Call Liberty. Get your medical supplies through the mail, you fucking assholes. And don't feel sorry for yourself. I'll come over there and kick your ass.
See, sugar makes you sweet.
Diabetes.
You don't get sugar in your diet. It doesn't. It takes the sweetness away.
And don't puke on people at ball games.
Makes you ornery.
It really does. Takes your sweetness away.
Greg.
All right, so when I was 17 years old, I developed a stomach condition.
I hope you don't do that.
To throw up just by tightening my stomach muscles. I don't have to put my fingers down my throat, anything like that. So
good.
Yeah, it's kind of fun at parties. Yeah, not really.
Yeah.
But I was at a movie theater one time. A couple of guys started smoking cigarettes in 1996, claiming they didn't know that you couldn't smoke. I said something to the theater manager. Theater manager says he'd refund my tickets, so he gives me my money back. And I had to go to the bathroom, and I was like, well, dude, let me go to the bathroom before I leave. He said no. I was like, I have to throw up. Let me go to the bathroom. Now, I've had a tub of popcorn and a huge Coke. Guy says, no, you got to leave my theater. And I look at him, and I'm like, I'm going to count to 3, and then I'm going to end up throwing up all over you if you don't let me in that bathroom. And he says, no.
I'm out.
So I counted to 3, and I threw up goobers, popcorn, and about 60 ounces of Coke all over his pants and shoes, at which point he just pointed to the bathroom and let me walk in.
Then what happened?
Then I walked into the bathroom, and I pulled out my penis, and Uncle Paul was in the stall next to me.
All right, Greg.
Stepped into a crinkle,
we had a nice
bag.
time, and I've been in therapy ever since.
All right, look, your phone call gets a passing grade, but we should, stop right now, okay? Let's go to Nick on Long Island. Nick.
Guy, thank you.
Yeah, listen. I've been a listener for quite a long time, guys, and I got to tell you, I just had a daughter.
Bit wrecker!
This is kind of
Bit wrecker!
What, you had a what, sir?
It's really funny.
You had a what?
Really?
I had a daughter a couple months ago, and thinking about taking her to a baseball game in the future. And you guys are, just.
I bet I know what he named her. Frankis. Did you name her Frankis?
No, but you're making me feel like a scumbag for laughing at this. It's hysterical.
It's always funny if you don't know the person. I mean,
Poor guy.
but no one wants to acknowledge that. And
you know what? Also, if the kid was fat, I wouldn't care as much. Like, I feel bad, but if the 11-year-old daughter was fat and stuff, I'd be like, who cares? If it was a poor kid, like, and the father's just trying to take her to the game and everything, then I would feel bad.
You don't feel as bad either if you can't figure out their nationality.
Yeah, if it's a different race than mine.
But one you really can't figure out. You're like, not as important.
I don't have as much sympathy for people that aren't my race.
Well,
it just happens that way.
Yeah.
That's why we're able to show faraway lands. We're able to show dead people, but we can't show dead people in the United States on the news. But if, Haiti, you're showing dead people like crazy. If there's an earthquake in the United States, God forbid, and buildings collapse and there's dead people, they're not really going to show, like, close-ups and stuff. In an affluent neighborhood, they wouldn't. They did show dead people in New Orleans. But again, those were black people, so that's, again, a little different than the normal white person. So people feel, they show other races.
They show the deaths of forgettables.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. When once you change the channel, if you're watching the news and then you go, oh, Seinfeld's on.
Right.
And the second you turn it on, you forget what you just saw on the news, and it could have been devastating.
Right.
Death, destruction. But
if they're not forgettables, you're not going to enjoy the Seinfeld as
I love
much.
this. It's the girl that looks pretty 1 second, and then when she's in different lighting, she looks ugly.
Right.
The Festivus episode.
Right.
I'm going to watch that, and I ain't thinking about the Haiti.
But if they're not forgettables, you're not enjoying that Seinfeld.
No. You're like an abduction happens.
You're going to be like, I can't laugh right now.
A blonde-haired girl.
That one hit too close to home. I can't laugh at that.
I'll be watching, trying to, laugh, and I'm just going, that sucks. That sucks.
Let's say hi to this guy on Long Island. I don't know where. What town, sir, on Long Island? Let's go local today.
Yes.
Massapequa for the
Massapequa.
Massapequa's next up. Massapequa. That's getting everyone on Long Island in stitches, by the way. Stitches.
Not really.
All right.
If you distorted that
did the ground crew come out and put down some sawdust and sing YMCA and rake it up?
Just throw sawdust all over the girl?
The grounds crew came out and put a tarp over it. We have a puke delay. We're waiting for this puke to stop.
You think there might have been an awkward walk out of the park?
Yeah.
It's a 7th inning wretch.
That was a good ad from Unaki.
Because
7th inning wretch.
All right, sir. Let me go to Mike in Indiana.
Yankees won last night.
Gentlemen.
Wait. We're doing a little sports right now.
Just bringing it up. Just a quick aside.
Who
taking 2 out of 3 from the Angels.
All right. Well, you know what?
What?
Of course you were supposed to beat the Angels.
Why? They were saying before the season even started, oh, they got a tough one to start.
Let me finish.
Yeah.
And you'll agree.
Yeah.
They saw a guy fucking jump from a building. They're horrified.
Yeah, they didn't really care about that. There's one guy that saw it.
Good point.
Yeah, what is he? And he's one of the pitchers. So
Mike in Indiana. Mike.
I have a daughter at probably the first year of her life. She threw up on everybody that touched her. But serves the full plot right, man.
How many uncles got thrown up on?
All right.
Yeah.
What else?
That was nice seeing Matsui get thrown out. Very nice.
Matsui got thrown out of the game?
Got thrown out at the plate.
Oh, I thought you meant thrown out of the game.
By fucking one of our favorites.
Granderson?
Granderson, who had 2 triples also.
That's
this
weird.
guy's shaping up to be a nice
When was the last time
addition.
a guy hit 2 triples in one game?
I don't know. I'm going to have to go to the stat. Actually, he would know.
Of course
Mike, Mad Dog would know. But, yeah, that was nice. Big Matsui, big dummy.
You know what? I listen to Mad Dog every day now. I fucking love him.
Yeah?
He's insane.
He really is, like, certifiable.
What channel is he on? 123, I believe, on Sirius, right? 123. He's insane. He actually said yesterday, boys will be boys.
Boys will be boys.
He was talking about Ben Roethlisberger and the problems he's having. Boys will be boys.
That's a good way to just sum it all up.
Right.
That's it. Imagine a sports column where they have the headline, the writer's name, and it just says, boys will be boys.
Boys will be boys.
And that's it.
He's
all right. Appreciate that. Matsui thrown out at the Prate. Oh. Very good, Booker Couch. Yes, he was thrown out at the Prate.
While we take a break, save some of our material for after the break. Larry King and Willie Nelson singing together. Jesus,
what?
Larry. What's
he doing?
And Norton's mental... What is this Norton mental promo? Oh, we'll do that in show after the break. Stay there. King missile, right? Detachable penis? Nice. Opie and Anthony, Friday. Anthony, let's not forget tomorrow.
Detachable penis.
Beep, 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 beep. Tomorrow is Record Store Day.
What? The fuck is that?
Hey, it's a thing.
From the past, maybe.
The independent record stores are going down. Man!
You know, the corporations have just taken over the mom and pop stores. There's no more personalization of the music. Man! Shut it and download it.
So now they're doing...
Love iTunes.
You know, they want to keep this record store thing going. So
good luck.
A group of people got together, and they have announced that tomorrow is Record Store Day.
Why?
Record Store Day rules.
It stinks.
No, it's the best.
Why is it the best?
Oh, my God, you're an ass.
Why?
For what? What's great about it?
Because Record Store Day is to promote, going to independent record stores and supporting them.
Yeah,
but so like, tons of bands. Yeah, I know, man. Yeah. So tons of bands release limited edition vinyl.
Vinyl?
Yeah.
Who the fuck wants vinyl?
I do. I love vinyl.
No, you don't. You think it's hip to like vinyl. You don't like vinyl.
Yes, I do.
You don't. It doesn't sound better.
What do you like about vinyl, Travis?
Digital is corporate.
He likes the way it feels on his skin.
Oh.
Yeah, vinyl, exactly.
Well, let's ask him. What do you like about vinyl?
Yeah, what is it, man?
Yeah, what do you like about vinyl?
I like
the vinyl. What do you like about it?
I like how it sounds.
Vinyl.
Yeah. You're one of those people that can fucking detect the vinyl popping and hissing. Is that what you like about it?
I like collecting it.
You like popping and hissing?
Yeah.
Would you like a movie with static in it?
Yeah.
Is that what you want?
Yeah.
Do you want to watch a movie like you watched it on TV years ago with some static and hissing and ghosting?
Why would you saying, oh, there's only 500 of these? I have one.
Yeah, but why would you listen to music in such a way where you bang into anything in your apartment and your music's going to skip?
That's why you sit really still.
Do you put a penny on the fucking arm? Do you put a penny on the stylus, the turntable stylus?
What are you people called? Audiophiles or something like that?
Pedophiles.
Pedophiles. Old ladies.
All the same. Yeah, old ladies.
I'm not collecting the stuff I get.
Yeah, I enjoy
But as far
that.
as liking vinyl, I had vinyl my whole life. It doesn't sound better.
I don't necessarily I'm not going to like...
A lot of people would say that vinyl does sound better, but the average person can't really tell.
No, it doesn't, though, because I have ears. It doesn't sound as good as fucking... digital doesn't sound worse than vinyl. It's silly.
Digital, man. It doesn't flow like analog, man. Shit.
I used to like going to a record store here and there. I did, but I've moved past that.
I love going. That's how you
I'm not
find
searching
new
out
stuff.
little record stores
It's
anymore.
a thing of the
No,
past.
the internet. You could do the same thing
Yeah, you go to
that you used to
YouTube.
do on in these record stores.
You know what? You know what? They might as well have mom and pop fucking VHS tape stores.
Well, that would be
like
silly.
before block. Why would it be silly?
Because-
Like people that have VCRs and want to still fuck with things like tracking and stuff. They could go to these stores, have one copy of a movie from the 80s, and you can feel like it's back in the 80s when you couldn't get a movie. And if you lost the videotape, it cost you $100.
You never went. You never went perusing in a record store.
No.
Where you would find the bootlegs and stuff. I used to like that.
No,
I did.
I never
When I was
have.
into a band, you go into these record stores. They were hidden away, basements and stuff, and no one bothered them. And they had, they had bootlegs and live shows and stuff that weren't out.
This is a great
by
one.
corporate America.
I want to go over your house with a Phillips head screwdriver and just take every piece of vinyl and just one swoosh right down
Razor
your
blade.
stupid records.
One razor blade will do a lot of damage.
A box cutter.
There is a place in the village that has it's a record store I go to for live stuff. It's CDs, but it's got a record store feel. I like going there and getting live shit.
Let's go to. That's the same thing. So then you do like these places.
No, I mean you can get it all off of YouTube now.
Yeah,
anything I can get there.
That's
I can
why
get
it's
off
not
YouTube.
as important because you can get a lot of this stuff off YouTube and whatnot.
I'm participating.
Let's go to Ramsey in San Diego.
Hello.
Hi, Ramsey.
Hey, what's going on? I'm a DJ, and I have a large vinyl collection. And whenever I go to actually buy vinyl, it's pretty much just old men and DJs that keep vinyl alive. But what I was calling in about is that basically the vinyl has a really, really rich sound, and it's actually a lot fuller of an actual sound. And when you get MP3s and other files, when you compress them, they lose a lot of their richness and man.
Yeah.
A lot of people would say that vinyl sounds better.
Do they?
But actually,
I can't
just
tell
on
myself.
One comment. I've been listening to you guys for 5 years, and I don't get a chance to listen to as much music as I need to be listening to because I'm just addicted to your show, and I work completely solo in a home office, and you guys are my only people that talk all day long. So I really appreciate the show. I just wanted to call in and talk about vinyl real quick.
Another reason why we should be working less, so these faithful listeners could do something else with their lives, Anthony.
I know.
We're forcing them to sit around 5 hours
I
a
know.
day on this horse shit when they could be doing some other things.
It's terrible.
I literally will catch the replay and then sometimes catch another replay just to hear it again.
You know what I like doing?
You're a weirdo.
Thank you very much.
When I go out, and I've seen Travis does the same thing. Instead of just having my iPhone with the music on it, I do what Travis does. I have a Victrola that I strap on my hip and I crank it because I need the vinyl sound, man. The richer sound.
That's not nice.
Don't you like collecting anything?
Shut it.
Yes, he does.
Yeah.
Empty bottles.
empty booze bottles and fucking fake IDs.
And girls' tears. All right. Thank you, Ramsey, for your phone call.
All right.
We got D-Boy in studio, the great D-Boy.
D-Boy.
What's up, D?
I was actually going to say that I actually collect old comedy LPs. Like
old comedy LPs?
Yeah, like Pat Cooper. I got Pat Cooper LPs, Richard Pryor.
Now, there's something I see no value in whatsoever.
They are worthless. I have a few old Pryors like Black Ben the Blacksmith and Fox. Pryor goes fox hunting.
Yeah.
Most of them are worthless.
But can't you put these?
Yeah.
Can't you get these on CD?
I guess, but I also have like an Eddie Murphy picture disc for Delirious. Or,
how much is it worth?
I don't know. I just like them. I just have a whole bunch of them.
All right, where do you put them? Do you display them?
No, I just keep them in a box somewhere.
It's good. You're getting the most out of them. What's wrong with you?
I mean, I'll rip them to a CD or something so I can listen to them if I'm walking around or something. But
So you rip a CD off the vinyl?
Yeah, I just like having them. I mean, they might not be worth anything, but
I don't
it's
mind
a
that.
piece of nostalgia. I guess,
He likes that stuff.
I can't sit here and really rag on you, I guess. I'm a big D-Boy fan, by the way. I'm not a big Travis fan, so I'll rag him.
That's not true at all.
But I'm sorry.
It's for the radio.
Yeah, I know.
Well,
it is.
Yeah, that's the one I have.
Are you sure?
Oh, a picture disc.
Are you sure it's for the radio?
I don't see D-Boy as much, so he's like a novelty.
Hold on. Let me talk to the worst collector in history.
What happened?
The Eddie Murphy picture disc is selling on eBay.
Yeah.
$539.
Wow, $539? Damn, that's a good
No, slide that decimal point over.
$53.90. What?
One more time.
$5?
$5.39, and that's in the buy it now, not even a bid.
I wonder what my
That's what he's hoping to get.
Yeah.
my Steve Martin ones will go for.
Wow.
I got it's like something I forgot. Oh man.
Picture this?
No.
Picture disc. Oh,
I think I have all of them actually. I just don't remember the names of them. Like Let's Get Big or something, or Let's Get Small, and the stupid one with the song on it with the Egyptian
King Tut. Yeah,
King Tut.
Wow, that's a biggie. That's got to be going for probably. I would say that's going for $500. I'm going to say $500.
$3.99.
What a collection!
And that comes with a fucking arrow for your head and a white suit.
All right, so it's
like I would buy old Sabbath 45s. They're very rare, hard to get. Like that type of stuff I would get.
Yeah, and there's a lot of bands tomorrow that are like reissuing certain things, and they're all limited. Like there's a Beatles 7-inch tomorrow. There's only 1,000 of them.
What's the Beatles? What's going to be on it?
I think it's Paperback Writer.
Well, I have that already.
But it's the fact that there's 1,000
comes out to that
in the world.
So what?
You know how much that's going to be worth?
Nothing.
None.
What does that
Are you
mean?
kidding me?
Nobody cares.
No, nobody cares.
Right. Nobody cares about a reissue. I'll tell you why. I think baseball cards in this day and age, people care about older stuff. Now, Devil's Daughter's Dio. That's not that it's bad, but I'm saying I like the old stuff, like from fucking like 71, 72, that has really ungettable shit from the Earth days from like 68.
Travis, where do you go for this record store day?
Tomorrow I'll be going to Vintage Vinyl in New Jersey.
Wow.
Yes. So you're really part of the movement, man.
I love independent record stores. I always have.
I used to like them.
Please bring a camera and snap pictures of some of the fucking losers that are in that place tomorrow.
I will snap.
And while you're doing it, find a mirror so you can take one.
D-Boy's going.
Yeah, I'll be there tomorrow too. It's not for me though.
I'm so disappointed.
He's lying.
I have to go for my chick because Springsteen's releasing some.
All right,
live
you got to do for your chick. That's one thing.
Does she like Springsteen?
Yeah, she loves him.
Loves Springsteen.
Yeah.
You ever go see him?
Yeah, I saw him at the last show that he did at Giant Stadium this year.
Did you like?
Yeah, it was really good actually.
Yeah, you're into him.
Yeah, he puts on. He puts on a good show.
Yeah, he does put on a good show.
That damn Springsteen channel is pretty good on Sirius.
Yeah.
What is it called?
East Street Radio or something. Petting the dog.
I was in a car yesterday, so I heard a lot of shit.
Oh.
Grateful Dead channel was all right.
Were you driving with Kenny?
I was gonna say Mike and the Mad Dog. Mad Dog's fucking show was good. All right, let's go to Tom in Colorado. Tom,
Colorado.
Morning, boys.
You're out, Tom.
What's up, Tom?
Well, I thought of a few reasons why I like vinyl. One, there's more room for cover art. 2, it kind of takes me back to when I was growing up. I get a little nostalgic for the world I grew up in. And 3, they used to do all kinds of cool shit with record covers, like the Sticky Fingers cover on the Rolling Stones album with the real zipper, you know, on the guy's package, and the Bob Marley album that would flip out and was specially constructed for cleaning seeds out of weeds.
The Cheech and Chong album with the giant big bamboo rolling paper in there, man.
That's right. Yeah, you don't get shit like that with
Yeah. I used to like Kiss Alive came with a booklet and sort of like I like that stuff. The album-sized booklets were great.
Two bathrooms for different races and diners. I loved it.
No, hold on. That was racist and inappropriate.
I was just thinking of the good old days. I'm sorry.
What about the Zeppelin album with the windows? Didn't they fucking do something?
Did they?
Physical Graffiti, yeah.
Physical Graffiti had the windows thing where they, I think, what was the deal with the fucking, that one? I forgot. Help me out.
I think when you slid the record out, there was something inside the windows that was printed on the inside of the album cover or something.
Yeah.
I can't remember either myself.
You know, that picture was taken on the Lower East Side of Manhattan.
Oh, was it?
You could visit those two buildings, and they look
indeed.
exactly like they did when they took that shot.
Well.
For Led Zeppelin.
What's the picture? I don't even know what Physical Graffiti cover is.
It's like two buildings, like two fucking Lower East Side buildings next to each other. There you go.
Or the original Exile on Main Street had a bunch of cool postcards that came inside the album. If you got one with the original postcards, it's worth a shitload of money, I guess.
A shitload.
What is worth it?
$3 and
Exile on Main Street by the Stones. The first edition of the album had a bunch of. It's a double album, and when you folded it out, there's a bunch of postcards.
What year is it? Like the 60s?
Now that's.
Yeah, I want to say it's like 71 or 70 or something. It was a real bluesy double album. It's one of their best, I think.
I don't remember many gimmick albums.
There weren't a lot.
Like Sticky
The
Fingers.
The Velvet Underground album that had the banana sticker that would peel off, and there was a purple peeled banana underneath the sticker.
Why don't they have a penis under it?
I was wondering why they didn't have a special edition of Sticky Fingers where a penis would flop out when you unzip the zip.
A boy could dream, right, Tom?
That's right, man.
Certainly.
That meaty package.
You know what you want, don't you?
The record companies did get lazy because Sticky Fingers did have the real zipper.
Yeah.
And then a few years go by, they're like, enough of these stupid zippers. And that was just a picture.
A picture.
They went back to just a picture with no real zipper on the cover.
To put a zipper on the album cover.
That's why the original's worth something if it's in good shape.
Yeah, worth what, though?
Yeah, let's say.
That's the problem with vinyl, man, is it does get beat down, you know?
Right. All right, Tom. Thank you, sir.
$50.
Uh-huh. Have a good day.
Yes, you too, sir.
Let's go to Dan in New York. Dan.
Hello.
Hey, buddy.
Yeah, back in the early 70s, Monty Python had a vinyl album that actually had 3 sides. On the B side, depending on where you put the stylus down, it would play like the third side. It was really weird, especially if you were stoned. You had to take a lot of tries at it.
Wait, so there was a third side, but it was a regular LP, right?
Right.
So you had to find that other track, I guess?
You had to find the right groove on the B side.
The right groove.
To play the third side.
Oh, so it was...
I got what he's saying.
One groove in between another groove.
Right.
Oh, that's tricky.
Right.
Yeah.
It's
tricky.
Those
Monty Python guys were wacky.
Wacky, all right. Yeah.
Very
Punching out.
All right,
Goodbye.
Let's say hi to Maureen on Long Island. Maureen.
Yeah, hi guys. Happy birthday, Jimmy.
Thank you.
Wait.
And happy birthday to you, Opie. Anthony, coming up, right?
Your name is Maureen?
Thank you, madam, sir.
Yeah, I know.
What's with your voice? Come
But
on,
anyway.
we got to sell this first.
She's called the show before.
I know.
We've made fun of her already.
But what's with the voice?
I know, you always do that.
Yeah,
I know, but
I
there's
remember
there's new listeners.
I remember you.
Yeah, but anyways, I just want to give a shout-out to Looney Tunes. I mean, that's one great record store, independent, and does great concerts there. In fact, Jimmy Ozzy was there once, gave a concert not too long ago there, and you could get so much memorabilia stuff there.
Memorabilia?
I like memorabilia, too.
Memorabilia.
What kind of memorabilia?
You know, you could get signed stuff, but whatever bands come, play there, they leave autographed stuff there. That
I like autographed stuff.
Jimmy likes autographed stuff.
Yeah.
Yes, sir, I do.
Are you
And
15
you could go there
feet
and get your
tall?
pictures taken with them. all the bands that show up
Poor
there.
Maureen. Just trying to
Yeah.
contribute to the show today.
Sorry, Maureen.
I know.
You can't get past her voice.
Where you from? Shoreham?
No.
It's a nuclear
No.
reactor joke, Opie.
I enjoyed it.
Very local
Actually-
for Long Island. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Long Island.
All right. yeah, that didn't wreck the beach community, putting that fucking mess up. Nuclear
what
power
a
plant.
boondoggle.
Nuclear power plant, really?
Yeah, let's put it on Long Island so you can't get away.
Right on a nice beach. Jesus.
No nukes, man!
Looney Tunes gets a plug today. All right, a little record store out there on Long Island.
Thanks, guys. And F.H. Riley's, throw that in, too.
Yes, we love F.H.
Whoa,
Riley's.
400 New York Avenue in the heart of Huntington Village.
That's
F.H.
right.
Riley's?
That's right.
Call
Been
ahead.
there.
All right, thank you, Maureen.
All right, you guys have a
There you
great
go.
day.
All right.
Don't cut yourself on your Adam's apple shaving.
Jesus, Ass.
Why? She's got a
She
very
knows everything
deep,
about
manly
the show.
voice. I know.
She supported all our endeavors.
Yeah.
All right. Enough about the record store day.
Enough about the record stores.
Travis, give us a full report on Monday.
Yes, please.
I hope I'm successful.
I
in
want
getting what I
pictures,
need.
video. I want everything. I want to experience it
I'll be
without
there
having
early
to
in
go.
the morning, so I get a good
Ooh.
selection.
All right, hold on. People want to talk about their fucking record collection.
See, because it's cool.
Vin Man
Is
in
it?
Boston. Vin Man.
Hey, what are you doing, guys?
All right.
Yeah, they always used to do the special things with first editions. That's what it was. The first year they printed them, like Jimmy was talking about with the Kiss albums, with the books and stuff.
Yeah.
They don't do any of that stuff no more. You know, it's all the first edition things. That's what's cool about them. You know, that's why people like to collect those. You know.
You're right, but you know what you trade off for those cool booklets, which I did love, was now you can just get it in 30 seconds, and it doesn't lose quality over years, and it doesn't skip, it doesn't break.
Oh, absolutely.
So it's like a big
I
trade-off.
had to go back and rebuy all my stuff on just CD, and now you got the better. You know, now they took the CDs and they made them like albums. We used to burn a tape and put the album away. I'll burn a disc, so it's definitely changed, but there is a market out there for people that collect the stuff. You know?
I love
people are still
the
digging that
cassette-to-cassette copiers.
Remember that?
High-speed dubs.
High-speed dubs, but it was only twice the speed, right?
Yeah, something like
Yeah,
that.
remember those?
Maybe 3 times the speed.
Yeah, high-speed dub was great.
By the way,
Thanks,
you know,
Vin Man.
you know what I like to collect? I like to collect cherry darts. We have not been promoting cherry darts at all. and
Wow.
We have it happening.
How about if you buy lawn
Bravo.
darts, get you a lawn dart, huh?
Very good.
We have to start promoting cherry
right.
darts.
Yes.
Or we are going to be embarrassed. We have to get girls
Yes.
in here to have cherry darts thrown at their assholes.
Yes. Yes.
When are we doing this?
When is this? What's the prize? What's the thing? What's the deal?
We have had a promo running, but we haven't talked about it.
I don't know the info in front of me, so we could do that after the break again.
God,
I think it's
man.
April 27th, but I'm not positive.
Yeah, 27th to 28th. It's for an iPad, people.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
For an
we got-
iPad?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. That's
Sponsored
righteous.
by, 2 iPads, right? Sponsored by Steven Singer.
Yeah.
So you'll have a very limited edition Opie and Anthony iPad.
Oh, isn't it going to be bejeweled?
Bejeweled.
It's
all right.
bejeweled.
With a custom Diamond Wow logo.
Whoa.
Oh, that's cool.
That is pretty cool. From Steven Singer?
Yep, and it's going to be
Nice.
Tuesday the 27th, so we need couples. So if you guys are out there and interested in becoming a part of Cherry Darts, please get in touch with this radio program.
And here's what it is. It's, the girl comes in with her boyfriend or significant other, whatever the fuck it is. And the guy takes a cherry, dipped in a little bit of whipped cream, so it leaves a little mark. And he steps back and gives a little dart shot. Boom! As she's bent over a couch.
Trying to hit where
And
the
he's
poo
trying to hit
comes
the
out.
bullseye.
Where the poo comes out.
As she's on her knees, bent over a couch, where the duty comes out. He's trying to hit there. And
The old brown eye.
closest to the mark
Right.
wins.
So I would suggest the girls make sure they have a dirty asshole. So you can see the
A
target
little better target. Well,
Make
know
sure you have a
something?
little dirt in there.
I think some guys could probably use a Sharpie and color it in a little bit. That would be good. Make a circle target. You can do whatever you want, I would say.
That would be really funny.
Anything, but you can't put a funnel in her asshole and then throw it into the funnel so you instantly get a bullseye.
Didn't we have people betting online or something, too? Like, I threw for somebody
Oh, yeah.
There was something happening where people online were contributing somehow or betting. It was some.
We just took a few phone calls.
Was that what we were
Something
doing?
about betting. There was betting involved. Some bet or betting.
Like it was a betting like, bet like a bet alike, bet.
I think to get the rest of the country involved, we had some giveaways for other people around. the country.
Right. Yeah,
I don't know if we have that this time, and we could always give people stuff out of our prize closet if you feel like doing
All
it.
right, let me go back to this. Ed in Jersey. So how do they get a hold of the show?
How do they?
They could email the show. They can call.
But how do they email the show? I don't even know how to email the show.
Yeah, really. Have them contact me at Danny@opieandanthony.com.
Perfect.
Put cherry darts in the subject line.
Just keep it at that for now. Danny at opieandanthony.com. Subject cherry darts. Ed in Jersey, what's up, buddy?
Yo, what's going on, O&A?
Hey, Ed.
Hey, Ed. I hear you have a Kiss collection.
Yeah, this collecting this vinyl shit is just all bullshit. I've had these Kiss records that I thought I was going to have a retire off of, and I look on eBay, they're worth like $5.
Yeah, the vinyl's worthless financially. What do you have?
What are you doing?
Well, I got Kiss. I got the Love Gun album, and I got all the solo albums with all the posters that make a big giant puzzle poster.
Right. Yeah, another one.
Sounds great.
Yeah, they're worth like hardly anything.
Are they opened or no?
Nah, they're open. You know, I've opened them and looked at them. Never played the record or nothing.
You live in South Jersey, don't you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know accents now.
You could tell that one.
That is almost a Philly accent.
South Jersey is
How close to the border
Jersey
are
and
you?
Philly. Yeah.
You know, I'm 5 minutes from the bridge. I'm right there.
Okay,
right
you're
there
basically Philly. I hear the Philly accent. Yeah, unfortunately, a lot of us fucking collect shit as kids, and then you realize it's worth nothing in the end.
Dude, I thought I was going to buy a house with them eventually. I've had them for so long. You never even touched. The Love Gun album comes with this cardboard cut out of a gun.
You know what? You get money if the plastic is still on them.
Yes.
You don't have the plastic still on them, right?
No.
Where it proves they've never been opened or
Who
touched.
thinks that far ahead?
Exactly.
Well, we were looking at, was it a physical graffiti unopened?
Yeah.
$250 online. You have a few of those. That adds up fast.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, who keeps that shit for that long and doesn't open it?
I know. If I had a bigger place, I'd want those things for the posters and stuff, but it's like...
You know what?
It's all gettable now.
Independent record stores were my friends when I was making no money in radio. I'd be the part-timer, and a lot of this stuff that, like little EPs and things that they only made for, radio stations.
Yeah.
Oh, man, you'd collect that shit and said, do not fucking sell on it and everything. Oh, boy, the independent record stores ate that shit up. Little 45s and stuff. I would bring piles of that stuff to record stores. So
look at you.
So I could pay my bills and eat.
You're like Oedipus Jr.
Yeah, I forgot. But, I mean, it was always something really, really cool, like a live song they only gave to record, stations or whatever. And after it was played on the air for a while and no one gave a shit anymore, I collected all that stuff.
Take it down.
And I'd bring piles of that stuff to independent record stores.
Gotta pay the rent.
They still do that. I can't tell you how many CDs that I bought 2 weeks ahead of their release that had the little hole punch.
Yeah,
they
try to
in
punch
the barcode. They're obviously from radio stations.
Yeah, they punched the barcode so they can't be resold. But fucking independent record stores will buy them
Put
off.
a stupid price tag right over.
Now it is highly illegal now, man. They really look into all that stuff. But like Ann likes to talk about, it was like the Wild Wild West in radio back then.
Yeah.
They let us do whatever the fuck we wanted.
Like good old days.
Now you got human resources and lawyers.
Makes it fun. Thanks.
Fun for everyone. All right, speaking of music, this should be mentioned. Soundgarden plays their first show in 13 fucking years tonight.
Damn.
They are back together, and they start up again tonight in Seattle. God, am I fucking jealous.
That I want to hear. I want to hear some live tracks.
Well, you know damn well Chris Cornell hasn't lost his voice.
I know.
So it's going to be amazing.
He sounds good.
You were a big Soundgarden fan.
Love Soundgarden.
We went and saw Soundgarden in the middle of nowhere. Where the fuck was that? Outside Boston.
Yeah.
Was that a Lollapalooza?
Might have been.
I think it might have been some kind of Lollapalooza in the middle of nowhere.
Great.
So, Chris Cornell and Soundgarden, right on, man. Starting up again tonight, 13 years later.
I want to hear some bootleg live from some of these shows.
It'll be all over YouTube by tonight.
It's fucking...
What happened?
What is he? Come on, get lost.
Where's he? What's wrong?
James Cameron?
Yeah.
What's he doing?
His hair looks different.
He's looking very business-like.
What's he doing? I mean, his movie's out. It's done. It's on cable. It's on
Whatever he's
demand.
saying, I'm sure it's important.
Yeah, he's a very caring man.
It's coming out on DVD.
Is he going after some ship in one of his submersibles? Like, what does he do? I can't tell sometimes if it's a movie or what. It's like, no, he's really down there by the Titanic. What's he doing?
I don't know.
His brother is
an adventurer.
He builds all that stuff. By the way, like his brother is like is genius. Also, he works as he builds like submarines and like all sorts of like underwater probes and stuff.
I wouldn't trust a submersible that my brother built to go down to the Titanic or something.
Apparently, he's like super genius.
Yeah,
the whole
super genius.
The whole family.
Yeah, it's just ridiculous.
I'll take the genius.
Whole family's a bunch of go-getters.
Yeah,
super assholes.
Anything worse than a family of go-getters?
Super genius. Oh, Jimmy, that stunk.
All right.
Yeah.
We'll take a little break.
Take a little, but yeah, I got a little more salad to eat.
Okay. Anyone coming in today?
No, I don't think we got any guests.
Ian Halpern?
Glad.
Calling.
Yeah.
Ian Halpern calling in at 8 o'clock?
Jesus.
He has something going on that...
Does he?
We don't even... Can we explain the Ian Halpern thing after the break?
You give it a whirl.
I don't understand what's going on.
No idea.
Also, I think they're going to run in Kenny's fucking demo for Hits 1. I think they told me 7:30 today. Because Kenny's jealous about Sam doing overnights for Hits 1.
Who isn't?
And he's very obsessed with Sam on Hits 1. So we said, Kenny, why don't you fucking do a little demo for Hits 1?
This high voice.
Here's Sam right now. Sam, we're going to break, but what's going on? We're going to have that?
Sam Roberts, as they call him.
Will they have that after the break?
Yeah, we should have it pretty quick after the break. Kenny, who's talking right now? I don't recognize his voice.
I don't either.
No, this is his Opie and Anthony voice.
Yeah.
He's trying to keep it separate.
Your Shits One voice.
Yeah. That's not the name of the station.
What is it?
Kenny.
Hits.
Oh, I thought it was Shits One. I'm sorry.
It's Hits, Sirius XM Hits 1.
All right. Okay.
It doesn't sound right when you say it like that.
I mean, it's Sirius XM Hits 1.
Kenny obsessively was telling me this morning that your voice is now just cracking.
Yeah, you're going to hurt your voice doing that, I bet.
He listens to you every
I know
morning.
he does.
And he was very disappointed that you didn't talk up the Bad Romance record this morning from Lady Gaga. He thought that was a perfect opportunity for you to say a lot of stuff.
Well, Kenny has said a lot of stuff, and he tried out a new voice.
What do you mean?
In this demo that he's done?
Oh, he's doing...
he's got a voice.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Look at Kenny walking down the hall with some swagger. Kenny is now entering the studio.
Yeah.
Kenny, you were telling me this morning that his voice is now just cracking.
Yeah. Oh, it's only been a week and he's finished.
That's true.
Why is he finished?
He's falling to pieces.
Did you hear one of his breaks this morning?
Yeah. Did you know, what's his name?
I'm not going to help you.
I'm not going to help you.
Who's the guy? Just tell me.
Don't tell him.
No.
Charlie Sheen. The press.
Wait, do it as Sam. What's wrong with you? You forgot your own bit?
Yeah, what are you doing?
Hey!
Oh, God.
The press thinks Charlie Sheen's crazy because he shaved his head. Did you ever think he just might be hot?
Did he promote his Twitter after that?
Yeah! Tell me what you think on Twitter, notsam.com.
Can he forget his own bit overnight?
I know. What's wrong with that?
What happened?
I'm a little out of sorts because I just had to do a thing.
Oh, you're doing a thing?
Dang.
Yeah.
All right, we'll take a break and we'll try this whole thing after the break.
Well, no, you're going to have the real thing after the break.
What's the real thing?
My thing.
Your tryout for Hits 1.
Yeah.
Will be after the break.
Yeah.
Yeah, it should be.
Should be?
Yeah.
All right, so then why don't we break so we can get into this?
Okay.
Hoping to get a little vinyl with this on it, maybe? Yeah.
Opie and Anthony Friday. That's normal.
Yeah. Mike just fell out onto Opie's lap. That was great.
Whatever. What else is going on, Ant? Anything you want to get off your chest today?
I don't know. I'm pretty...
You're good?
I'm pretty rage-free for the moment. That could change, of course, like the flip of a switch. But, pretty rage-free.
Even with the tax thing yesterday?
Yeah, once you send it out, it's done. It's out.
Yeah, that's true.
Actually, Obama did say he was amused by the protests that took place about taxes yesterday, because it was tax day, and the Tea Party people and anti-tax people were out protesting. And he said he was amused by the tax demonstrations because he has cut taxes and actually said people should be thanking him. You fuck. People should be thanking him.
When are we going to notice that the taxes were cut?
Oh,
Because I didn't notice.
Well, we're not going to.
I didn't notice.
Apparently, if you're one of those people that have to pay rent in the homeless shelters now, you might notice your taxes went down. Everyone else is rich. So
you know how much money Obama made last year? What was it? 5.8 mil?
How does he make that much? I thought a president made 200,000.
5.8 million.
They do, but they have other ventures.
Yeah, they had other shit going on.
They always have other ventures.
Oh, book sales, right.
And then it's his, yeah.
And then how much in taxes did he pay?
1.8.
1.8, and he's not outraged by that?
He's outraged at the president.
He should be outraged.
He dropped the N-bomb.
He should be outraged.
He doesn't pay for anything, though. It's like fucking housing is free.
Yes.
Meals are all free. Clothes are free.
Government-assisted housing.
Medical care is free.
Yay.
Free.
Just gets to bank all that shit.
Yeah.
Yo.
Spends nothing.
Trying to find a story. I try to have an open mind to art, but some of this stuff is just horseshit.
Yeah? Oh, the art?
Yeah, at the MOMA.
MOMA, the Museum of Modern Art.
They got
MOMA.
They got naked people.
It's not the MOMA.
Standing around at the MOMA.
Yeah, that's art. And they said no cameras allowed either.
Oh, here it is. Okay.
If they're so uninhibited as to being able to have naked people as art in MoMA, then don't be inhibited and let people take pictures. Fuck it. Go for broke, motherfucker.
Naked art exhibit draws touchy crowd. Grope dopes inside MoMA.
Grope dopes.
Now,
Gropey and dopey? What?
Now, if this is if this is the art display I'm thinking of, I was at the MoMA because they had the what's his name from Alice in Wonderland. I can't remember his fucking name. They had the
Johnny Depp.
No. Oh, thank you. They had a Tim Burton exhibit, so we went to MoMA to check it out.
Was it dark and gothic?
It sure was.
Of course
Anthony.
it was.
It sure.
He's so goth.
Was. And they had this art display where they had two people standing.
Art Vandalay? Oh, I thought you said art display. Okay.
Art display.
All right. I got confused.
And they had these two people standing in a doorway. And you had to kind of walk through to get...
So wait a minute. They were kind of in the doorway as part of the doorway?
Yeah, but they were fully clothed, and you're like, what is this? And someone's like, oh, that's art.
Is it?
It's art.
And who's the other person? Yeah.
It's art.
And Phil.
And they don't acknowledge that they're in a room with other people. They're kind of like doing the statue thing, sort of.
Yeah.
But you, as just an art observer, you're trying to get through the doorway so you can see some other art. And it's just a big fucking hassle.
So you can see real art.
So you can see real shit.
Yeah. People standing
But someone's
there.
like, oh, no, that's art.
No, they're autistics.
So now I'm thinking they took it to the next level, and they are now making those people take their clothes off. Because I didn't see them naked.
Yeah. What is that? Is that a tit shot? What did they do?
They blurred it out. Barely.
Did they? What paper is that?
I don't know.
I'm always game for a tit shot.
Anyway, hands off the artwork. Visitors to the Museum of Modern Art's eyebrows-raising new exhibit have been getting a little too grabby with the show's naked performers, earning some the boot. Female performers in Marina Abramovic's The Artist is Present. That's the name of her art. The Artist is Present.
The Artist is Present. What does that mean?
And all it is two naked people standing, facing each other. And I think you have to walk between them to get to shit in the museum.
To bump into his rod. He's about 1.5 to 2 feet away from this naked broad.
Yeah.
Who looks like a real greasy hippie chick.
Yeah.
Look at her greasy hair. Wow.
Yeah.
And
she's been standing there for 2 straight weeks.
If you hold the paper away because it's pixelated and squint, you could kind of see what her titties look like.
That'd be good enough.
They're not bad.
Whip out a batch, right?
I'd have fucking jacked to that picture like years ago.
Can you imagine how much trouble you'd get in if you took out your dick and just started jacking right there, looking at them
in MoMA,
or if you took your clothes off and just stood there naked with them and said that you thought you were allowed to as part of the art.
Yeah, just say that's my art.
That's my art.
My art is to be naked with the other art project people.
Yes.
I'm a combination of these two. I have a penis, but I also have man tits.
I'm jacking off.
So the display is called "The Artist is Present."
Is it?
And they're complaining. The performers in this are complaining about groping. While other models say they have been pushed, prodded, and poked.
Nice.
If you see two naked people in that position, of course you got to fuck with them a little bit. Without giving specifics, MOMA yesterday acknowledged it had trouble with visitors stroking the live art.
Stroking? That's funny. Are they really stroking the live art?
When is MOMA open today? Can we go down there?
And start stroking?
Can we check out the fucking display? Send somebody down there? Maybe we that's what we do with Boba. Boba. That's what we do with Bobo. Tell him to
send him to Momo
and tell him to get naked and be part of the fucking display.
No gay.
And when they try to arrest him, go, no, I'm an artist and this is my art.
I'm an artist.
Please tell him to do that.
That wouldn't get us in any trouble at all. Sending a borderline retarded guy to remove his clothing. There'd be no repercussions for that.
No,
and that's the reason we should do it.
We'll keep our jobs, I'm sure.
Yeah. We would keep our jobs in that one. And there would be some problems.
A semi-retarded guy naked?
We would keep our jobs with that one. He's an artist.
We wouldn't be allowed to talk on the phone to each other.
Here's a quote. We are all well aware of the challenges posed by having new performers in the galleries for this exhibition, the museum said. Any visitor who improperly touches or disturbs any of the performers is escorted from the museum by MOMA security. An unspecified number of patrons have been ejected for groping performers. No one has been arrested, though, and no calls made to 911. The exhibit features 38 performers in rotating shifts of 8 facing each other in a doorway. It is these fucking people.
Yeah.
So they're in a doorway, and you got to get through the doorway to get to other shit.
A gentleman would knock into a naked person in the doorway.
And it was annoying when they had their clothes on, and now they have their clothes off, and you're supposed to, just, try to move through the doorway without touching them.
Yeah.
Or brushing into them or anything.
That's crazy.
So they're facing each other at a doorway or lying under a skeleton or posing in other pieces, mostly in the nude.
Ooh.
One performer told the Post last week, "We have a way to let security know if we're having an emergency, but we're all prepared for discomfort. You just have to suck it up."
Suck it up, get it?
Yeah.
I'm sure that's why they put that
What's the security code? So, like if the guy yells, "Someone's grabbing my cock," they know to run over and immediately remove the hand of the perpetrator.
Probably the guy just gets an instant hard-on, and that's to alert the fucking security. Because he's not supposed to fucking move at all.
So he's just standing there with a limp dick, just kind of just standing there, and she's naked in front of him.
With her tits out and her pussy out for everybody to see.
Is he gay?
Who the fuck knows? Why would you do that?
I don't know. I think you'd kind of, at some point during the day, get a little aroused. You get boners during the day, right?
No way. Not standing there with fucking old ladies walking by and fucking upper west side douchebags.
If you start really gazing at the chick right in front of you,
there's too much pressure.
And start fantasizing and stuff.
I'm with Jimmy. I don't think you get a rod.
No?
You're holy shit, I'm naked. This is you're naked to the world. You're more concerned about that.
I love getting a rod, though.
I don't think you get a rod.
My cock would look like a little fucking goiter. just sitting there like a nub on the front of my fat body.
She said the oddest thing, one of the performers she experienced since the retrospective of this work began, was seeing a man drop a scallion beside her. She lay under the skeleton naked.
What?
Yeah,
scallion?
These art people are strange. He said he wanted to add a little bit of life to the work.
One of those onion things that you chop up and put a scallion.
Yeah, the art world is fucking...
They are fucking dumb.
Filled with a bunch of weirdos.
They really are a bunch of dummies.
Guards asked him to leave.
For a scallion?
Yeah.
Why?
Just leave.
Because everyone thought it was her vagina. They stayed away. Her whole onion pussy over there.
It smells a little like balls.
You know she has. You guarantee she has a giant bush, too.
Oh, you got to know. Yeah, there's no shaving going on there. She looks like a hippie chick, greasy hair. It's got to be a big giant
What,
boosh.
if you're in an art museum, you don't shave, right?
A big boosh.
If you're going to be a nude model, you don't shave?
Of course not.
Here's the guy. He says, it can be a little sketchy. He's 31 years old. He teaches Pilates when he's not on display on the 6th floor. Sometimes there's that feeling like, oh, this is a little gross, and then it's gone. So he's got the pervies looking at his fucking gay.
Yeah.
He said he's also definitely gotten pushed. Yeah, because you want to get through the fucking door. Nothing aggressive, but sometimes people seem to think they have to enter and exit with force.
Oh, enter and exit with force. Yes, you do sometimes. What was he pink socked on an exit once?
Sometimes people who are larger push past you, but you just step back into place, he said.
Yeah.
So they're annoyed because people are trying to get through the doorway and they're standing there naked.
And they're naked, so they're annoyed that people might be bumping into them.
And then and there's someone calling this art. I know we're not supposed to define art and all that.
Of course not. But
Jesus Christ.
Come on.
I like to put itching powder on the back of my hand and accidentally brush his cockhead on the way through, and then watch him fucking suffer for the rest of the day.
Or some Ben Gay. You just rub it there.
No, his cock tip is flaming.
Just fucking hot.
It's all red and sore like a dog dick. Then someone else comes over and puts their mouth on it and helps him.
Yes, of course. Head's all swollen like a donkey dick in those videos.
He looks like someone pinched his cock between their teeth like they were testing a coin.
It's like a bell clapper.
Let's go to the MoMA museum and just mock the guy. Would they throw us out for mocking him?
I think they'd ask us to please
Why?
leave.
How about if you grabbed his cock and you said, "Oh, I thought it was the Homa." Sorry.
Very good. There's the line.
I wonder how much trouble could you get in if you didn't touch him, but if you just knelt next to his penis and went, "Hey,
please leave." You'd be told to please leave.
Or if you
leave
just,
the premises?
Yes.
Or if you just knelt down there and like a foot from his dick and started screaming, "Holy shit, that art looks delicious." or if you knelt by her and started yelling, "Fish art, fish art."
I would like to kneel in front of her and just blow gently in her pubes to see if you could part it and see her vagina.
Yeah. No, you.
Oh, hot like.
No, you bring one of those things that you clean your keyboard with.
The little air thing.
Just hopefully the little fucking thing doesn't shoot out the front, because then the straw hits her pussy and you get yelled at for like almost an assisted rape with a straw.
Would you guys like to hear the boot camp they went through so they could stand there naked?
Oh, they had to get some kind of artist boot camp
A
thing?
mini boot camp.
Oh.
For 5 days, they led a monk-like existence.
Did they?
Wow. Fasting, not speaking, and not reading, while doing exercises designed to help them develop...
Jerking off and throwing shit at each other. Oh, monk.
Exercises designed to help them develop self-control, including bathing in an icy pond.
Oh, yeah?
Walking in slow motion, and counting grains of rice.
Is that so he wouldn't get a boner?
This is the art world, man.
Counting grains of rice, I guess that's just so you can occupy your mind or something?
Yeah, that's good. You can't count them falling out of a chick's ass, though. That would be sexy. Just watch one grain at a time tumbling out of her asshole. Can I say it again?
No, it's good. I like the joke part two. It's like the remake.
Yes.
A reimagining, as Hollywood calls it.
I did one for safety. Do the joke once and then see I'm doing it again.
It's okay. I can hear that joke.
I don't care.
Many times as you want to say it. I'm here for you.
Elk. Her name's Elk.
What?
A 35-year-old performer called the show a welcome test of self-discipline.
She's she's 30?
35.
35. She got pretty nice titties.
Even if she occasionally cries while lying under the skeleton. She cries.
What's this under the skeleton
I don't know.
part?
I don't understand
Why
that
does she
either.
cry? Because she had dreams of doing something, and now she's naked under a dead thing? What is she crying for
And
herself?
a guy is dropping a scallion on her fucking right
Scallion.
pussy.
Exactly. Sorry, madam. I thought your cunt was a Reuben.
Right.
Reuben.
I was trying to make a stew.
She found out the skeleton was really Larry King.
I never feel awkward.
I'm art.
I never feel awkward. I never feel strange, she said. Even when teenagers laugh, I never feel laughed at. Because Marina, I guess she's the one that invented this art.
Is it?
Is there on the second floor. You feel like you're part of something bigger. Man.
Bigger.
All right, let's go to the phone.
I don't understand.
A few people have seen the
retarded.
A few people have seen this. Let's go to Footer. Footer, we start with you, buddy.
Yo, what's up, guys?
Hey.
There was this fucking like little museum thing. They took an old school like hotel and they would turn each room into a museum. The fucking idea was really cool, but they were so art fucking stinks. They would have like a room and you'd walk in and it would be all fucking green and it would be like, guess what it would be called?
The green room.
Yeah.
Right.
Then the next one would be like light bulbs and like every room would be like just all like light bulb light.
Another one was called Piggy Mask Blowing Businessman
room.
But anyway, yeah, art stinks and
always comes around.
Watch out, boys.
Wait, Footer, hold on. What were you supposed to get out of the green room though? You walk in, it's a green room, and
that's when you wait. That's when they have you wait to go into the other rooms.
Right.
Showbiz.
I went into a museum MOMA years ago with this girl from Vegas who came in to see me. And it was actually kind of cool.
Yeah.
And I'm not a big art fan, but it was like, it was nice to walk around.
I am so not a fan of art. Like I could appreciate if it's on my way somewhere where I'm going, but I would never go out of my way to see art.
The MOMA's not bad, Ant.
I have no culture.
There are times where you ever catch yourself looking at something like you're just like, I don't know why I like this, but I do. Like it's sometimes it's weird or it's colors. To me, I mean, there's something for it. Like you look at it, like fuck, I could kind of look at this for a long time.
Some of the paintings, the portraits and stuff, is like, how the fuck they do that?
Yeah,
man? It looks like a picture. Let's go to Chris in upstate New York. Chris.
Hey guys, what's up?
Hey, Chris.
Hey, listen. They had the display of a woman. She was up on the wall, sitting on like a bicycle seat, so you really couldn't see it. And she was fastened to the wall about 10 feet up. And she was massively unkempt and had some like horse-eye titties. So she wasn't much to look at. There would be no jacking in that room, believe me.
Oh, but it looked like she was hanging on the wall?
Yeah, she looked like she was hanging on the wall. And she every now and then would like move so you know that she was alive, but she would hang there forever. Everybody's kind of staring up her bush, the whole thing.
She really had a nasty bush?
Oh, please, man.
But what does that mean? Like, what does that mean in the art world? What is that supposed to do for you?
You just don't get it, man.
It means people in the art world don't believe in razors.
I think some things are just cool to look at. Like, I think sometimes art is just, hey, that's kind of cool to...
Just something to...
Yeah. Yeah, but you know what else? The weirdest thing about the whole exhibit was that this Marina woman, she was holding staring contests. So you would go in and people would line up to sit there and stare at her until somebody broke the stare, and then they would lose. She sat there all day long staring back and forth at a
arm wrestle, too? What the fuck is that? Right. Is that art, too?
Right.
The staring contest?
All right. Hey, did you see the exhibit we just talked about? It says you did on the phone, or no?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, that's one. I guess that's...
People,
oh, that's one of them?
Yeah, one of them.
I thought...
hanging
Okay.
on the wall.
Okay.
There was a lot of them.
Did you go through the doorway where they're naked?
Yeah, the doorway, there was like different exhibits on different days. But the day we were there, the woman was hanging on the wall, there was a staring contest, and the people were standing naked in the doorway.
Yeah, and you have to go through the doorway, right? It's a big problem for everybody.
I don't think that guy was complaining about being pushed. I think he was complaining about no pushback. You know what I mean?
Right.
All right.
All right, Chris, thanks. Let's go to Jeff in Cleveland. Jeff.
Yeah, I listened to an interview with a guy. Part of the art exhibit is that you're supposed to pass the doorway and the people are so close that you have to touch them. You have to come in physical contact with them. It's part of the art to decide which way you're going to face, whether you're going to face towards the guy, whether you're going to face towards the chick. So these people don't have any right to complain they're being
Pull your dick out and rub it right across her vagina as you're going in sideways. Excuse me, pardon me.
And you're rubbing your ass against his penis. And you see, I'm a piece of art. I'm called the Lucky Devil.
Why don't we all go there in sweatpants and just
get tense?
Just keep going through the doorway
until pre-cum soaks through and they have to look at your big wet spot in the front of your
Or how about a pair of spandex? I recently stole a pair of spandex. I had to wear them on the set. I had a harness.
No, you didn't.
White bike shorts.
Whoa.
I love white bike shorts. Go there and show off our crowns.
Our crowns. Why don't we get the kid from Philly to puke on the art exhibit?
Oh, that would be art.
From earlier this morning.
I just wish people in the art world were as supportive as what we do, like, as they want us to be of them. It's like the amount of freedom that those guys want to do nudity, and I'm all for it, or to express themselves with unpopular thoughts. And yet, those people never come to the defense of people who say things.
Oh, that's blatant hate speech. That's this. Shut up.
They really do want their own freedom of expression, and they never want to come to anybody else's aid. It's very irritating.
Yes. 'Tis. Well, you could go down to MOMA and see that, I guess.
Yeah, so that's.
I don't even know where MOMA is, by the way.
It's close to here.
Yes, it is.
Real close.
I am not a cultured man.
It's not West End.
No, it's right off 6th Avenue.
Is it off 6th?
I believe so.
And what?
It's like a couple blocks up, like 52, 53.
Wow, was I way off?
55.
What's the one on West End? There's one in the 80s on West End. There's a museum.
Oh, the
Museum
Guggenheim?
Natural history.
No. I'm thinking of one.
On the east side?
Is the Guggenheim on the east side?
Maybe. I don't think I've ever been to the Guggenheim.
It's a cool building. Really cool building. It's
the white one?
Yeah.
With
It's
the
weird.
spiral thing? Yeah, I haven't been in there.
I just stand out in front and try to say the name, and I make myself laugh every time.
The Guggenheim.
I get to Google and just laugh at how it feels coming
It is a
out.
wacky-looking building.
It's architect.
Is that the...
No, that's the Opera House, right?
Oh.
That's just...
There's the Guggenheim.
The Guggenheim.
It looks like the Stanley Cup a little bit.
Where is it?
Upside down a little bit?
Yeah. All right,
Or
it
it
looks
looks like
nothing like it.
Looks like a building from Dr. Seuss.
Yes.
Just an observation. Nothing really there. Hey, Kenny, you got your fucking air check ready to go? Yes, sir. Where's Sam?
You.
Sam!
Oh, God. I could have done that. Don't you hate when people say that?
Yeah. Here comes Sam. So Sam is the overnight guy on Hits 1.
Sam.
And we've all noticed that his voice is very different on Hits 1.
Oh, it's stupid and high.
Than when he's doing our show.
It's a put-on voice. Now, let me explain something. We have, over the years, said many, many times that a jock should use his own voice.
Yes.
We've goofed on every single DJ that puts on a fake voice. And you didn't pick that up for all the years you've been involved with this show. We have said it how many times? Every time we've done Jocktober, which is what you put together, you brought it to our attention that this guy makes a funny, wacky voice, and we goof on it.
One of the bits you're in charge of.
First gig you get in radio, you put on a funny, wacky voice.
If I was doing more than 20 seconds and actually talking, I would not do a fake voice. But because I have to be so brief,
that makes no sense.
Yeah, there's no justification.
No sense. It's like saying I do 20 seconds between songs. That's why I wear my shoes on backwards. It's like it doesn't make sense.
I feel that
make me understand.
I feel that my voice by itself is not animated enough to attract attention with only 20 seconds of speaking time.
Because your voice is not supposed to attract attention. It's what you're saying that's supposed to attract attention. It should be interesting, and also the music should attract the attention. It's
there you go. It's not about you, douchebag.
Yeah, and it's like, nobody wants to hear. And then the song is. No one goes, "Ooh, this sounds good."
Yeah, you think that's the part of the channel that people like is when they hear the person talking?
No, that's why it's so brief.
Right. So why not just use your regular voice?
Because I'd like to be memorable.
Really?
Yeah.
Memorable.
Richard Speck was memorable.
Yeah, and Charlie Manson.
A lot of people
very
are memorable. That doesn't mean they were...
Yeah, put on a funny voice before they gouged out women's eyeballs.
I think Sam should use his own voice.
Yeah, I think so, too.
Say what he wants to say, but just be Sam.
We got an example of Sam using his fake voice here, in case you missed it yesterday.
Sirius XM Hits 1, I'm Sam Roberts, and Date Night is the #1 comedy movie in America. Who would have thought that pairing Tina Fey with Steve Carell would be a success? Of all the people, those guys running Hollywood must be geniuses, I tell you, all of them geniuses. Let me know what they'll think of next by Twittering me at twitter.com/notsam.
How many new followers have you gotten? How many new followers have you gotten?
I haven't been tracking.
Pouring out your Twitter.
I haven't been tracking.
No?
You should train track.
Yes. Or how about needle tracks up your arm?
You don't like that, Jimmy?
No, I don't. But I think Sam's funny. I think he's a funny guy.
Thank you.
Yes, absolutely.
That particular joke.
Sirius XM Hits 1, I'm Sam Roberts, and rumor has it that Elin is officially gonna file for divorce from Tiger Woods. Come on, Elin, will you give the guy a break? What did Tiger ever do to you? Really? Hit me up on Twitter, twitter.com/notsam.
What did Tiger ever do to you?
Well, why not just say that? Like, yeah, I hear Elon is thinking of divorcing Tiger. I mean, why? What did he ever do to you? Boom.
I hear Elon is thinking of divorcing Tiger. Don't you know?
I feel that voice connects better with a different audience.
What did he ever do to
you? What audience?
Sirius XM hits one. I'm Sam Roberts, and Lady Gaga has come out and said that she's celibate. Do you think that includes both men and women? Let me know on my Twitter, twitter.com/notsam.
Hello, hello, baby.
Fucking Twitter.
Well,
you and that Twitter also.
These breaks are
about the Twitter.
scattered throughout. You don't have
Are they?
Twitter plugs over and over.
You don't
and
just
over.
Twitter plug every break?
After every song?
Seems like it.
Definitely.
Sirius XM hits one. I'm Sam Roberts, and I'm starting to believe that Kesha is not nearly as grimy as she'd like she is.
Wake in the morning feeling like P. Diddy.
That was a quick one.
Yeah.
Well, there's no intro to that Kesha
Right,
song,
so
you
you
have to be
can't,
quick because you got no music under you.
You can't go over the
You
music.
shouldn't talk over music. In fact, when I do my Boneyard show, I am not going to talk over music.
Yeah, it depends on the channel.
I won't do it.
Yeah, no, you
I
shouldn't.
refuse to. It's disrespectful to the artist, and we don't need it anymore.
Kenny?
Yes, sir.
You always have a comment.
I'm a little out of sorts.
Why? What happened?
You'll know after you hear the thing.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
Well, you're discovering it's not as easy as you thought it would be, right? To be a big time jock on his one.
I sacrifice for my art.
So you're
What did you sacrifice? Your iron on that suit? Threw it out in protest of neatness. Holy fuck. Did you pull it off a body?
Wrinkles McGillicuddy.
Right now, there's some fucking naked guy in a funeral parlor and some 6'8" guy fucking banged his head on something accidentally and died. Nice pockets, Dick.
Why is one pocket out and one isn't?
What are you carrying? Softballs and grapes? No fucking.
What's in your pocket?
Kenny's wrinkled ass pockets all disheveled.
My phone's in one pocket.
Wow.
And my receiver's in the other
Jesus,
pocket.
I carry rocks in this one and M80s in that one. I've never seen such wrinkled ass suit pockets.
That is a wrinkly suit, Kenny. Holy shit.
Oh, my God.
What the fuck?
Oh, shit. You're killing me.
Oh, can I see the back of the suit? I just want to see the suit. Oh, of course it is.
What? Look at the crease on the bottom.
Creases and lines.
Oh, what a giant suit that is, too. It's a giant man's suit.
I know. It fucking should be 5 guys stacked on top of each other. A Scooby-Doo episode in that fucking suit.
It's 52 long.
52 long.
Yeah.
Jeez,
God
wow. You are a large gentleman.
Yeah.
Can we have Travis put on your jacket?
No, thanks.
He tried ironing it. The iron ran out of steam before it got all the way up. That's why it's wrinkled on half of it.
It would look like the end of Big.
Yeah.
When Tom Hanks goes home.
Walking back to the house.
You want to let Travis just
Yeah,
put it on?
let him put it on. He's not that dirty. Come on. It'd be
What's
fun to
wrong,
watch. It'd be cute.
Does it go against some kind of OCD thing you got?
No.
Yeah.
It does, right?
Yeah.
What's the OCD thing?
Yeah.
Do you have pit stains?
No.
No.
You know that Kenny calls Jimmy every morning at 5:30?
Yep.
Uh-huh.
His OCD is so fucked up. What do I hear every morning if it's 5:30 on the nose, Kenny?
Good morning, James. 5:30. Just want to make sure you're up.
And that's it. And Jimmy obviously says thanks, and that's it.
So
this
the
morning,
same exact conversation.
This morning it was 5:32. Now, wouldn't you think it's still 5:30 technically?
Yeah, definitely.
What'd you say today? After hearing what you just heard a million times, he changed it up because it was 5:32. Go ahead.
Hi, James. I just want to make sure you're up.
He didn't add the time?
Because it's not the time.
Because it's not.
I go,
why
Kenny,
didn't you
why
say
not?
it's 5:32 then?
Yeah, I go, Kenny, why didn't you add the time? He goes, because that would be lying.
I want to see something. Now, I believe Kenny, but I do think Kenny's OCD is a powerful tool.
Yes.
Now, I send him a text sometimes to let him know that I'm up. Because a lot of times I am awake.
Right.
I get up and I'll just send him one. I won't write anything. I'll just put like a bunch of G's or like, and I just send it so he knows I'm awake.
Acknowledgement.
Right.
But then he called me like 2 minutes later, and I'm like, you didn't get my text? Which, again, in my iPhone is shitty. But I'm hoping that it didn't go through and his OCD didn't propel him to call anyway.
No, I didn't get it.
Okay.
Oh, you didn't get it.
But, but he changes it up because it wasn't 5:30.
Yeah, I was delinquent by 2 minutes. I was wrong.
Damn.
And now that'll be a problem sometime today.
It's an estimate. It doesn't have to be.
That will be a major email to everybody.
5:32.
Is that a sorry email to everybody today?
2 minutes is vital time for you to prepare.
Well, 2 minutes is a long time when you're laying in bed. Sometimes I'll look at the clock and be like, I'm just going to stay here for 2 more minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to your...
Yeah, Kenny.
Let's get to Kenny's
up.
Hits 1 demo. Does this need a setup, or do we get right into it?
Just go.
He wanted to more suit what he thought was the demo I was after.
Jimmy just made me look at Kenny's suit again. He just, his eyes, I looked at Jimmy, and Jimmy's eyes just went over to Kenny's suit like, hey, join me in looking at his wrinkled suit.
Those fucking pockets are sticking out. They're like fucking cloth animal ears.
I love it.
Sorry.
Sorry,
silly
Kenny.
eyelids.
Yeah.
It's all right.
Sorry.
I buy cheap suits.
It's good.
Sound of Generation Now.
Coming up on the top of the hour, nothing to look forward to. It's the same shit over and over again. Because you gotta be half a fag to listen to this station. You gotta be lighting the loafers to listen to this music.
Sirius XM.
It's one.
Club Soda Kenny. Club Soda Kenny. Kenny. No.
Kenny.
Hits
Jesus, Kenny.
Kenny,
that's what you think of the channel?
Don't listen to the whole thing first.
All right. Yes, Sam.
No, listen to another break before I explain anything else.
He intros Sade.
Yeah. I don't know if that's the right order, is it?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know. Whatever's on there.
Hi, I'm Club Soda Kenny on Sirius Hits XM1. Sade, why is that bitch back? Nobody cared about her since 1984 and Smooth Operator.
I've lost a piece of my heart.
And you're mocking Sam's high voice.
Right.
Well,
just to make it obvious for everybody.
The sounds that are coming...
Let him guess.
What?
Don't give it away.
His voice.
What about it?
Listen.
Well, no, I mean, we should... He was inhaling helium balloons as he did it.
I thought it was actually an electronic effect.
No, he brought it... Instead of doing that, he brought a helium...
now we understand why you're out of sorts.
You know how much fucking helium I just bought?
Oh, shit.
He brought a full tank in from home.
I noticed, because one he did was really high.
Right.
So that's a different... you add more helium.
See,
you were inhaling off of a helium tank?
No, but we filled up balloons.
Does that get you higher? No, that doesn't, right?
No, but it's not.
That makes you feel like a jerk off.
Why?
The thing is, if you keep doing it, you're depriving yourself of oxygen.
So it fucks you up.
Helium doesn't replenish the oxygen in your bloodstream.
He did it for like 15, 20 minutes.
Oh, fuck! You really... Well, he couldn't make himself any more stupid.
Now we know why you're out of sorts, Ken.
Exactly. Yeah.
All right, let's do another one. Selena Gomez.
Club Soda Kenny on Sirius XM.
Oh, I hear it.
Yeah, that's the balloon.
Yeah. You hear the balloon.
Yep.
He's taking a hit right before he has to talk. Listen, you'll hear the balloon.
Wow.
Club Soda.
You went old school. They could have just pitched your voice up. But you went old school.
Yeah. You know, as much as Kenny's goofing, if you knew a DJ was fucking doing helium right before every break, why wouldn't you be listening every day?
That's
every
what Sam's
fucking
hoping
day.
people think.
I'm not doing helium.
Club Soda Kenny on Sirius XM Hits 1. Selena Gomez is on a European tour. She's only 17 now. That's legal in some states, but on July 22nd, she'll be good to go. Her song is Naturally. Does that mean unclipped?
How you choose to express yourself.
Yeah.
Is that Selena? I actually like that. That sounded
like
great.
that one?
I
Yeah.
just went that.
It's a big hit.
Yeah.
What's the name of it? Hey,
Sam knows now.
Oh, you just said it. That's good.
Sam knows all the
good,
big
right?
hit songs now.
All right, Kenny.
You got
Very good. Very
No
unique
wall.
with the helium
I know.
fucking puffing before every break.
Do we have any more of Sam's?
I'm in the hole.
Club Soda Kenny on Sirius XM Hits 1. Michael Bublé. Who the fuck is Blay? I don't know. Haven't met you yet.
Bublé.
That's funny.
How you pronounce his name?
Oh, it's Bublé,
Yes.
right? Yeah.
Yes.
I like Blue Blay better.
But the joke doesn't work if he pronounces it properly.
Who's Blay? I mean, come on.
Yeah, you can appreciate who's Blay.
I don't know if these jokes would fly.
Why?
On Hits 1 is the problem.
It's 3 in the morning.
I understand.
Yeah, 3 in the fucking morning.
Exactly.
This would keep the people listening.
What if there are children listening?
They take it a little too
So?
serious over at Hits 1.
They'll
It's not
like
too
his funny
serious, it's
voice.
just-
The kids will just laugh at his funny voice, but they won't listen to what he's saying.
What if they say, "Mommy, what does unclipped mean?"
She'd say it's like your father had something done to his penis. The gardener did not. So the gardener is more likely to get penile cancer, but he fucks me better than your father. And the kid will say, the kid will have 30 questions.
The gardener gets cheesy deposits.
Yes.
Daddy's head is clean, but never in me.
Mom, we live on the 14th floor of a tenement. Why would there be a gardener? She said, well, this is a hack joke, so we needed one. Boo.
That fucking balloon going is great.
Jesus, Kenny.
I'd like to make planet Earth turns slowly. It's hard to say that
What are you doing?
stay awake when I'm
End the fucking song already.
my dreams are bursting out the
Oh my god. Club Soda Kenny on Sirius XM Hits 1. Hey, do you think Kelly Clarkson is fat? I'll let you know after she sits on my face.
Nice.
Come on, man. This is perfect.
On my face.
This is perfect.
Really funny.
You don't want to insult the artist or be explicit.
Why not?
Kenny did both those.
They don't even. The artists don't even acknowledge you exist. So fuck
How's
them.
that insulting?
Well, she might find it offensive that you asked her to sit on your face and possibly called her fat.
Sitting on her face is doing her a favor.
What about the fat thing?
Do you have any more helium, Kenny?
Yeah, we got a whole bunch.
Are you feeling lightheaded though?
There's bonus tracks too that I didn't think was good enough to play.
Well, we cut some of Kenny's tracks because he started doing a high voice and then realized he was on helium, so he didn't need to do a high voice.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I say play them. They're quick.
Yeah.
Where are they?
Well, I mean, we could go get them. We don't have them. We gave you the best.
Oh, you're just saying they weren't.
They weren't as good. No.
No, they're terrific. Yeah, he's just cock blocking.
They're really not as good.
He's cock blocking.
Let's say hi to Kevin the trucker. Kevin,
Hey, boys.
what's up, Kevin?
Hello.
Yeah, have Sam do the helium and see if his voice goes so high that only dogs can hear it.
Unfortunately, yours didn't.
Exactly. Yikes.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Do we have no more Sam breaks?
I mean, I can get you more.
Yeah, we did all the Sam breaks.
Damn it.
I got more from today.
I want to hear the one that Kenny told us about.
We'll hear today's.
The
How long does it take to get them?
I get it in 5 minutes. I got them pulled already. I just need to burn them.
I want to hear the Charlie Sheen one.
Okay.
Go burn them. We can play Norton's mental thing. Promo that the boys came up with.
What's that?
And you know what? We never played the soccer prank.
Oh.
With the guy complimenting the host's bulge.
Oh, yeah. We were going to
Remember,
do that, and then
we
we
started on that.
rudely interrupted.
Something else was going on. But first this.
Major depression is a serious medical illness affecting 15 million American adults. Here at the Jim Norton Center for Mental Illness, we offer individual counseling for those suffering from this leading cause of disability.
Can I just tell you, I fucking hate mentally ill people. I really do.
Our thoughtful and courteous staff will listen intensely to your problems.
I'm fucking annoying burdens. Shut up.
And offer a variety of suggestions to help you with your illness.
You should be fucking put down.
For those suffering from a more serious case of depression, medication may sometimes be prescribed.
Make me better. Either take your fucking medication or throw yourself through a window. Nobody will give a fuck.
Our goal is to help you live with your depression.
You're just a drain. You say the same fucking shit day in and day out, and nobody gives a fuck, and you don't get it. Nobody fucking cares. Shut the fuck up.
Remember, you are not alone. Depression affects more than 5% of the adult population.
Holy, we all got fucking problems. Why does everybody? You fucking burdens. You're a fucking emotional slug.
If you or anyone you know is suffering from depression, visit the Jim Norton Center for Mental Illness today to receive a free counseling and find out if treatment is right for you.
I'm hurting. I don't care. I don't empathize. I don't sympathize. I don't give a shit.
That's all right,
Damn.
man. Very good.
Like that.
Very good. I like that a lot.
And hopefully the message... Do you know how many Twitter or emails I got and Twitter responses and Facebook responses? Dude, you know my sister. You know my...
Oh, everyone knows that.
Dude,
person.
but
everyone
people...
knows that person.
No negative responses like people, you're bagging on the mentally ill. Everybody knows someone like that. Some fucking leech. Some self-obsessed, self-pitying fucking leech who you just want to fucking cave their head in because you don't care about what their problems are, and you're tired of them.
Well, you have to care, though.
But you don't.
You get pulled in.
And they won't go away.
Never?
No, because they're psychotic on some level. I can't tell you the disdain.
Just annoyed.
But yeah, it's like it's their lack of self-perception that makes me hate them so much. It's like, stop trying to be important in everybody else's life. Contribute something. Contribute something. You know?
Yeah.
Drives you fucking crazy, man. Sitting there. It's like in their life,
wallowing.
They're sitting in a white chair in the center of a room, and everybody else is just actors in their shitty play. Hey, fuck. We're not just actors in your shitty, boring fucking play.
Oh, fuck.
You know? Tell your fucking problems to a wall alone.
Yeah, they really do bring a situation down.
And if you tell them they're self-centered, their response will be, oh, no, you are. Good one.
Yeah.
What? Good one. Stop trying to be important in our lives. You're not. Fucking drives me crazy, man.
Apparently.
Everybody deals with a couple of these people in their lives. I'm not unique. Everybody has a couple of these fucking goiters. That's what these people are. You know what you are? You're goiters. You're fucking neck goiters.
They don't like to see anyone else happy?
They just don't understand how they are the cause of their own misery and the misery of everyone around them. And everyone rejects and leaves them eventually, and they sit there like dumb motherfuckers and wonder why.
And
that's why.
And the word you is not part of their vocabulary.
No.
It's always me.
Me.
And to those of you out there like that, just take your mental illness and shove it up your fucking ass. Take your sadness and shove it up your fucking ass. Keep it to yourself. Fuck that. Cut yourself. I used to.
Yeah?
Yes.
Did you?
Man up. Woman up. Cut yourself in a room and shut up.
Jimmy cut himself the proper way, too, by the way.
No, I didn't. They said coming up is the wrong way. I went sideways. I cut myself on the back of the arm straight up.
Oh, that's where the straight up one is.
Yeah, I wanted the tension.
You did want the attention.
Yeah. I did.
You admit that, right?
Of course. I was an attention whore. Suburban baby. Woe is me. Plus, I was drunk. I was in partial blackouts. I haven't done that when I was
partial blackout. You fucking quitter.
But you, I mean, now that you brought it up, I mean, you got one or two that are pretty fucking impressive.
They're fucking.
No, I mean, they're
the latest
impressive.
one is from fucking the newest is from 1985 going to 86.
Wow.
Yeah, they're old. They're there.
Impressive.
Is what it is, you know?
Yeah, you got to go. If you just want attention, you go across the street, not down the road.
You know what? You're pretty much right. I didn't know that at the time, though. I will say that.
Yeah. You thought you were really making an effort.
I knew I
I'll
wasn't.
show everyone. I'll show everybody. I'm going to kill myself.
I know from whence I speak, if that's an expression.
Yeah.
I was an attention whore and a fucking nerd. I am now, but at least I fucking tap dance for it. At least I'm willing to put on a white tux and Cab Calloway for you.
Put on a little show. A little soft. A little soft shoe.
A little soft shoe.
You motherfucker, do a little soft
It's
shoe.
humiliating. I would like sign notes in blood.
Oh, wow. God.
It was awful.
Yeah, they'll, my funeral, and they'll be sorry that, we won't have Jimmy around anymore. I'm going to do it. Yeah, I'll show him. Oh, not showing anybody.
No one.
No.
No one.
They'll be like, oh, what's Jimmy doing?
Yeah, this asshole again.
Ruining our good time.
This asshole again. I love how sad people tell you everyone who's left them and wounded them.
Oh, God.
And then this one did that. And shut your fucking mouth.
No concept that they're the cause of everybody leaving, right?
That there's a reason everybody fucking hates you. It's because of who you are.
Yeah.
No, people don't hate you by accident, stupid. Fucking man.
It is exhausting.
It is exhausting. So the only way to deal with them is to just ignore them. It really is. Ignore them. Oh, they'll clamor for the attention like little dogs scratching at the door. Shucka, shucka, not 1 ounce of self-worth. Shucka, 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 shucka. Notice me. Fuck you. Piece of shit.
All right, hey, we got more of Sam's demo.
Oh, good.
It's not a demo.
It is a demo, right?
Show. No, it's a show.
They hired you?
Yeah, I'm on every night.
Oh, congratulations.
Why?
What do you mean, why?
Oh, sorry. Did I say that?
Yeah, I'm on
And
every
we got
night.
a Kenny bonus track. Kenny insists that this bonus track is terrific.
Okay.
But first, Sam, this is your latest show you did? Last night?
I didn't know what Kenny heard, so I brought in the Charlie Sheen joke and a couple other tracks from...
I couldn't do that if I tried.
Sirius XM Hits 1, I'm Sam Roberts. GE is putting out a light bulb that costs $50 but lasts for 17 years. What happens if it breaks?
Right?
What?
Within your $50, you're out $50.
Yeah, that's what happens.
Yeah.
You're out $50.
What happens if it breaks?
Everyone knows what happens. You're out $50.
Yeah.
What happens if it breaks? Hey, Twitter me.
Yeah.
Let me know.
If you have a broken light bulb.
And we're going to compare what's more unpleasant, listening to this or having that broken light bulb crammed up your asshole with a donkey foot.
How bummed were you that you didn't have time to fit in your Twitter plug? Because the intro was short on that song.
The Twitter plug just goes in when I kind of, whatever I had planned is out, and there's still another 5 seconds left before the song comes in.
Sirius XM Hits 1, I'm Sam Robertson. Sometimes songs don't need complicated lyrics. For instance...
Hey, 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 I'm in the house. Hey.
It's not that song.
I didn't get your break.
Yeah.
The lyrics of that song.
Simple.
Simple. I'm in the house.
Oh.
Simple.
Simple song. Simple.
Can you talk like the nighttime Sam, please?
Yeah, I want to see him move because he does. He has to tighten up everything.
It's a lot of effort.
Yeah, your neck gets all tight. It looks like it's painful. Like you're working, huh?
Yeah, I'm working.
Oh.
One more.
Sirius XM Hits 1, I'm Sam Roberts. The press is saying Charlie Sheen is crazy for shaving his head. Maybe he was just hot.
According to you.
Didn't have a lot of time and got a little punchline in.
Very little.
A lot of crackling going on in your voice. You can't sustain that high voice.
That's part of the effect.
Did he really shave his head?
That's what they're saying. Exactly. See, look at you guys talking about it.
No,
look at this.
Opie, you
As a matter of fact, he did.
You just fed him.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at him. He's all cocky now.
Interesting
You're all
point.
cocksure.
Who gives a shit?
How do you gear up for that?
Well, I would and then I'd shake out and then go, Sirius XM hits one. I'm Sam Roberts, and then...
They tell
If you could see his face, he's like a little imp, like a little elf.
He's got to put his arms out like this,
straight.
He's like,
Hi, it's Sam Roberts.
No, they didn't tell me.
Lady Gaga.
Does Kid Kelly like you?
Kid Kelly is a big fan.
Big fan of you.
Yep.
Already.
But on some level,
He's a big
Sam
fan
is
'cause you're doing this-
humiliated by this.
Yeah. You know why he's a big fan, by the way?
Because you're doing this for free.
And because
That's really not... I don't talk about
his
finances.
channel's getting publicity on this show because of it. So you're being used.
Exactly.
You're being used.
Kenny, is Sam being used
Just understand.
by Kid Kelly and the gang?
Know your role. Remember that?
That's a rock.
Of course.
It's certainly not a win-win.
With that, let's go to Kenny's bonus track.
Kenny says that he removes a bowling ball from his pocket.
The boss said that you can't say I or me because the music is the star. Can you say kiss my ass? I know how to entertain me. Here's Rihanna because I want her to do me.
Come on, boy, can you get it up?
Can you really not say I or me?
Well, it's not, you can't, it's not a rule. It's just like you try to not say I and me because you're talking with people, not to people or at people.
Well, you say I or me when you do talk to people. Like, I hate that voice. It makes me want to kill myself. We all say that.
You don't say I or me?
Well, you can here and there, but you
say I'm Sam Roberts.
Right,
I'm Sam Roberts.
Introduce yourself. That's where it makes sense.
Who talks to friends like that?
Wait, that's his rule, no I or me?
No, it's not his rule. That's a general rule.
Where the fuck did you learn that? Not on this show.
Did Scorch teach you that when you were interning for him?
Say I or me. I or me. Talk about naked militia.
In talk radio, the focus is on you guys, so you guys say I and me all you want.
All right, listen. We got a great call coming in.
Okay.
Wow. Ed the trucker.
No.
Ed.
Yeah, well, hey, I was just calling to say maybe Sam's next job could be with Maury Povich. He could be a progeria kid.
You do kind of sound like a progeria kid doing
Do you
this.
think so?
Yeah, I'm Sam Roberts.
I don't think it was that.
I'm actually a little kid, but I look like a little old person. I'm just a normal guy doing a show here on Shit's One.
It's
What is it?
Hits
Shit
One.
Shit what?
It's Sirius XM Hits One.
Hits One. And now we got the latest song from. Give me a fucking name.
Lady Gaga. Why
No,
not?
I want to do something else.
Okay, Breaking Benjamin.
Breaking Benjamin. I could break very easily too. My bones are like fucking graham crackers.
But see, that was just a break about you, progeria kid.
Twitter me at my skull is an eggshell at twitter.com.
They really do have leathery dinosaur eggheads.
Don't they?
Fucking awful. Guy sneezes, he's got brain matter leaking out of his head. Why are you alive? Hey, you know, the thing is that you say it's not about I or me. All you do is say I am Sam Roberts and Twitter me.
Yes.
Well, when you're
There's
saying
a lot of I's and me's in there.
who you are and how to contact you, you would have to use
But you
those.
say that in every break, and so every break has a...
And every break would have one I'm, because I would have to say I'm Sam Roberts.
How about this is Sam Roberts? This way you're not saying, this way you're not talking.
Sam Hits One. This is Sam Roberts. Well, that sounds
I have a
You're
shotgun
listening
in
to
my
some-
mouth. Remember me.
Exactly. I'm Bud Dwyer. Hear me roar.
Hey, Kenny, once again, people want you to be on Twitter. Are you ready to give in and do the tweet thing?
Why don't you tweet?
People want your tweets.
What's wrong with you?
I'm not looking to hook up.
Hook up. You're not looking to hook up.
You think Twitter is all about just hooking up?
Yeah, I don't social network. Believe me, nobody wants to know me.
Really?
If I was me, I wouldn't even want to know me.
I think they do.
Yeah,
You are you, Kenny.
Yeah, you just said if I was
You mean
me.
if you weren't you?
If I was me.
Could you start tweeting?
No,
Why?
no.
What's the real reason?
All right, Twitter me at opradio.com.
Oh, that's mine.
He'll take all my messages.
No, don't
Oh,
do
yeah?
that to me.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
OpieRadio.com on YouTube, too. Check me out.
All right, fine. I'm going to start a fucking hashtag game, you motherfucker. This is what I do.
By the way, I actually did Twitter a picture of Kenny's suit pocket, if you want to see it.
Who doesn't?
Yeah.
Really not good.
Yeah, Twitter me at Jim Norton.
No, you don't have to.
Yes.
No, Twitter it Opie. Don't
wanna-
Twitter mine.
Do you want to play Club Soda Kenny is or Club Soda Kenny hates? Which one will work better?
Is. I don't know what that means.
It's a hashtag game.
What's a hashtag game?
If you go Club Soda Kenny hates, and then everyone will fucking...
What he hates?
Will continue with that.
I like what he is.
Mad libs.
Club Soda Kenny is or Club Soda Kenny hates? Simple question. Which one works better?
I think is.
Yeah, because if it's hate, believe me, we understand what's going to fly out immediately.
Exactly.
Is. All right, Kenny, you fucking did this to yourself. I just want you to know that.
It's all right. Twitter me at AnthonyCumia.com.
No, that's mine.
And go. All right, I'll be reading some of the Club Soda Kenny is fucking tweets within moments here. Hey, we got DJ on the line. DJ.
Hey, what's up?
What's up?
Opie, Anthony.
Yes.
Avid listeners. I've been listening to you since day one. I used to listen to Howard Stern back in the 80s. When I heard you guys, I thought you were the greatest. So I started listening to you. I said, fuck Howard. But, you know, I'm mentally ill. I got bipolar panic disorder. And the way Jimmy's been talking about the mentally ill is really making me feel disgusted because... as far as I'm concerned, he's mentally ill, and he doesn't have no sympathy or empathy for the mentally ill.
No, that's not true, dude. That's not true.
No, it is. It is. He's right.
No.
It's sort of what Jimmy was saying.
Let me. I heard you. I heard the first part of what you said.
He's right.
So I'm going to respond, and then you can finish. I said you can finish after I respond. This is why I don't like the mentally ill, because you don't know how to have a conversation. You just want to babble at somebody. How about you say something, which you did, then I respond. And then you can say something else.
DJ's point right now. DJ, 100%.
The bottom line is, DJ, what bothers me, it is the lack of ability that mentally ill people have to see how they negatively affect the lives of people around them.
It's your opinion,
And
Jimmy.
they do, and that's a chemical imbalance.
Exactly, DJ. I agree with DJ on this one.
I'm sure you do.
And let me tell you something.
You've already told me something, and it didn't change my opinion. All you're doing is making me realize how correct I am.
In the hospital for 5.5 months. They wanted to give me electric shock treatment.
They should have.
And
with a high voltage fucking line.
Why don't you just stop misbehaving? Why don't you just stop it?
I know it's all about jokes and fun, but mentally...
There's no but after that. There's no but. It's all about jokes and fun. There's no but. Do you understand? I don't care if you're affected with it. You didn't call up and complain when we were talking about rape or sodomy, but the one that affects you, you have a problem with.
I know it hits close to home, but guess what? It hits close to home to you, too. Because as far as I'm concerned, you're mentally ill.
Shit! No, you didn't.
I won't even disagree with you.
I got sympathy and empathy for you.
I don't need your empathy or sympathy because I won't even disagree. But I'm not so delusional that I thrust myself into people's lives when I'm not welcome. I'm not delusional enough to think, let me finish, to think that people around me should be affected by do you see what I'm saying? Do you understand what you're doing? Do you understand what you're doing? You're just babbling over when I talk. This is probably what you do in your daily life. Do you understand that?
DJ?
Listen, I'm just trying to get a point across.
You're babbling over everything I say. I'm listening to you. Language, Anthony. What I'm saying is, what bothers... I know I'm a little nuts, and I acknowledge that. But on a personal level, I don't thrust myself into other people's lives incessantly. And sit there... I certainly do. And I'm not a wrecking ball in everybody's life, wrecking occasions, wrecking everything with fucking just me. That's what I'm talking about.
I just want to make a point across that people with mental illness need support network in their life.
I'm sure they do. And I have a mental illness of myself, and I understand what they are. And I understand that mentally ill people are a lot of times start doing well. But if you need medication, take your not you necessarily, take medication.
Can I ask DJ a question? Are you fully aware what your mental illness does to others around you?
Yeah, it brings them down and it makes them miserable.
See, you're in a different place. I think Jimmy is talking about the people that aren't even aware how they affect everybody around them.
And even when they are aware, they continue doing it.
I actually have no problem with someone like DJ. No. I really don't. I understand what you're trying to say. I'm frustrated by the people that cause just fucking havoc wherever they go and don't even have a fucking clue what they're doing.
No, Opie, you talked about your mother, and I understand it. I know.
It's been a year.
But it's enraging. It's fucking...
You know what? You're crying, and it is sad.
It really is.
It's
Very
not like
sad.
a fucking heart condition. It's not like missing a limb. It's fucking... It's the brain that we don't fully understand, and it's a chemical imbalance.
DJ, we understand that, but you have to understand...
Even with treatment, with medication...
Right? You see what I'm saying? You fucking see what I'm saying? It's not just about you and your fucking treatment. Do you understand? Nobody talks about how enraging it is for the people around you. It's always focused on the person. Me, my medicine, I'm sad. Me. How about the family members? Nobody talks about how angry it makes them.
For no reason when they should only take their own lives.
Nobody talks about how fucking angry. Why do you think the response was what it was? Because it's always focused on the treatment and the person and their sadness and their medicine and the white shit in the corner of their lips. And it is never focused on the people around them.
I'm mentally ill for years.
I'm glad you have been. I don't want to talk to you. I want to talk to people who've been annoyed by you for fucking years.
Yeah, no, from doctors that have...
Oh, fuck them too. Fuck them too. All they do is pump you fucking zeros full of medication and send you home to annoy everybody. I'm fucking tired of it.
I'm not
Just behave.
I went to work and I still fight the fight. And
You see? You
Look,
fight.
man.
You do. Blah, blah, blah. You know what, Harding? I'm tired of your bullshit. Blah, 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 blah.
DJ, I understand. I understand you're fighting a good fight.
Shut up. Mark David Chapman, all these fucking nuts. They fucking stalk celebrities and they shoot them. Fuck these nuts. Tired of them and their fucking obsessions. Fucking kooks.
DJ is just trying to survive.
Good, I'm
right,
glad
DJ?
you do.
He's just trying to survive, Jimmy.
Fucking sick of this coddling of these fucking whack bags walking around yelling on subway trains. Smother them with fucking mattresses. Hey, I'm on a train shitting. You should be killed. You fucking lump on the fucking lung of society. Shut up. Not you, DJ. I'm speaking in general here. But it's the obsession they have with themselves that makes me... I empathize with a guy who's sick and trying. I really do. I've been a fucking sober person for a long time, and I know a lot of crazy fucking people. I am talking about how nobody fucking discusses the effect they have on everybody around them. And it's not all the mental illness. At times, there is a narcissism and a self-centeredness and a self-obsession which goes into it. That's the part that I'm really attacking.
Right.
Well, I've been contributing to society ever since I've been sick.
I'm sure you have been.
What have you done, DJ? How do you contribute to society?
I work, I pay my taxes.
Okay, good. You
I have a
should.
good relationship with my ex-wife who got rid of me because of my mental illness.
See, that's not cool.
That's one person
kinda
that's
sad.
he annoyed.
Yeah, she's had enough of it.
No, that's sad.
It's like when I watch Hoarders, my throat hurts when I watch Hoarders. I just yell, kill this thing. I really do. I can't watch Hoarders. My girlfriend's like, will you shut up? I can't watch Hoarders.
Kill this thing.
All I do is go, why are you fixing this? Allow this fucking lump to be buried under their own excrement and newspaper collections.
No, it sounds like tough love. You got to give them tough love.
Tough love is right. Hold on, DJ. I'm going to put you on with Hillbilly Bob from Missouri, who's also mentally ill. Hillbilly Bob, what's up? You're on with DJ, and you got us, of course.
Well, first of all, I love Jimmy. I think he's great, and I agree with almost everything he says.
just about this one instance, my mom had mental illness my whole life growing up. She was hospitalized several times. One time she called all of us kids together. There was 5 of us. She took a bunch of pills and said, goodbye, I'm going to kill myself. And when you grow up in an environment like that, my aunt killed herself, my mom tried to kill herself, you realize that this disease affects everybody in the house.
Yes.
And we loved our mom, but I determined when I grew up, I knew I had her genes in my body. I knew that I would be affected by this at some point. And so whenever I see these signs come out, I suck it up, I man up, and I make sure that I check myself because I know that if I'm a dick to my family, if I'm a dick to my wife, I've been married to the same woman for 28 years, it's going to wreck my kid's life, it's going to wreck my wife's life, and I don't want to continue this. And a lot of these illnesses, if you track them back, they're 6 and 7 generations long. If you can follow it back that far.
Can I ask you a question? Like, even though, like, again, with mental illness, I'm sure you love your mother and you have empathy, but on some level, somewhere back there, even though you know she was mentally ill or crazy or whatever it was, don't you have an anger where you just want to sit her down and go, you fucking selfish motherfucker, sitting all these kids down in a room and behaving in such a
Jim, it has nothing to do with being selfish.
I'm not asking you. Excuse me, selfish? It has a lot to do with being selfish. Do you see what I mean?
Selfishness is an emotional state.
I'm not talking to you.
Got that right, DJ.
I'm asking the other guy, not you, selfish.
Find the good fight, DJ.
Yeah,
DJ knows.
I would get so angry with her.
Thank you, sir.
I could see what she would do to my brothers and my sisters, and they'd sit around and they'd cry and they'd figure out.
But she didn't intentionally do that to you because she said.
How the fuck do you know? You weren't there.
You see it, and you know
it. I live through it every day.
So did he.
Dude, DJ.
Why?
Your problem is you won't shut up, man. If you go to a psychiatrist, you're not going to get your money's worth because he's going to be listening to you instead of you listening to him.
Right.
The psychiatrist got me in the hospital more than a dozen times listening to that.
Put a gag ball in your mouth, dude. Shut up for 5 seconds.
Yeah, take the cotton out of your ear and put it in your mouth, DJ. Good one, Jim.
Take the cock out of your ass, DJ.
Even better.
Hey, Jimmy, I love you. Opie, I love you. Anthony, you guys are the best.
Thank you, man.
Thank you, sir.
Stern sucks cocks.
Wow. Jesus. That's not nice.
Lucky him. Who doesn't enjoy a good hog? Why should Howard be any different?
Billy Bob's out.
We should have said, boy, I thought you loved us.
Billy Bob's out.
All right, he's out. DJ.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, DJ, I feel for you today. DJ's speaking my language.
I think
really
DJ won the debate, to tell you the truth.
Yeah,
between him and
DJ.
Jimmy.
Yep.
Because I agree with
absolutely
everything
agree.
DJ said and probably agreed with maybe one thing that Jimmy said.
That actually makes me feel like my point is better than I originally anticipated it would be. Thank you.
Jimmy's being a little harsh on the mentally ill,
right,
right,
The two pictures
DJ?
of mental health in this room don't agree with me. Jesus, one picture of scab he's had since 1976, and one goes home and sips a Bud Light and wakes up at 8 o'clock the next morning and goes, what happened? And they say it's fucking March. Oh, go ahead, talk right over the punchlines. Good timing of Prozac in the ninth inning. See how I changed that from diarrhea to suit you? It's all about you. My name is DJ McKay, and this is my best friend, Bear. Oh, Jesus Christ. Do you not hear the fucking monotone way you're barreling through everything, DJ? For the love of Pete.
DJ, tell him how it is, man.
Yeah, come on. Ask me to sign a copy of Catcher in the Rye and then shoot me in front of the Dakota. Fucking loon.
DJ,
I don't read. I listen to you guys.
That's right. You're just trying to get
further proving you're a boob.
He's just trying to get through his day, Jimmy. Let him just try to get through his day.
Just another guy trying to fight the good fight and get through the day, right?
I don't understand why you don't see it DJ's way in this one.
Earn a good wage.
Yep.
What do you do for work, DJ?
Earn pretty good wage.
I'm disappointed in you, Jimmy, because I expected more from you.
I worked down at Bill Cox's outfit fixing lawnmowers.
Wait,
and whatnot.
But we got to get it. You're disappointed with Jimmy, huh?
Why are you disappointed with me?
Because I thought he would be more understanding and sympathetic and empathetic to people with mental illness.
I have been for a long time. I have been, but it gets to be too much.
Jimmy, you all right?
Yeah.
DJ, I think you might have got to Jimmy a little bit.
Nah, he's being phony. He's just being
No. If you remember,
cynical towards me because I'm upset.
No, DJ, I'm telling you, remember about a month or so ago, Jimmy cried over Roger Ebert, and we're
That's
having
right.
that same thing is happening right now. Jesus.
I'm not a good actor. I can't even pretend I'm sad. I got a heart on right now.
It's ruined the whole
I'm sorry, I answered wrong. You know how heartbreaking it is that the mentally ill guy saw through my bad acting?
It was the easiest thing to do, though. All you gotta do.
I know.
Oh, DJ, you're going to be all right, DJ.
Yeah, when I wake up tonight.
Why you disappointed me? Because I differ with, like, of all the horrible things I say on this show, expressing my opinion.
No, you don't say horrible things. You're a very intelligent person.
Thank you, but I attack children, I attack race, I attack a lot of things horribly.
No, but you stick up for a lot
That's
of
off
things.
the show.
Yes.
Yeah, you're just disappointed that he didn't see it your way, huh, DJ? And that makes you really upset, doesn't it?
Do you see what I...
No, I'm going to talk to DJ for
Well,
a
let me
second.
ask
You're really upset because Jimmy let you down today, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then how come you're not giving me...
And yesterday, I listened to you yesterday, and he was ranting and raving about it yesterday.
Why are you not... DJ, let me ask you a question.
I tried
Okay,
to commit
sorry.
suicide, and you guys talk about taking the easy way out.
Yeah.
And I found out a bridge I can jump off of,
Oh,
and
that's
that's
good.
the end
You're
of
going to
it.
have that on your fucking conscious, Jimmy.
No, I won't.
No, because he don't know me from shit, so it doesn't...
Shut your goddamn pie hole!
Anybody.
You're right. I got my own fucking problems that I try to fix and not burden everybody else with. My question is this.
Can we give him Fezzi's number?
Why won't you give me the same leeway you want? Like, you want all this leeway as someone who's mentally ill, and I snap because occasionally I am affected by mentally ill people, and I'm fucking tired of it. And instead of understanding that and going, you know what? These crazy motherfuckers really are, at times, enraging figures in people's lives.
Mm-hmm.
You immediately take up for the mentally ill instead of stepping out of yourself and realizing, wow, people who deal with mentally ill people really do have cause to be angry sometimes.
No, but I just want to tell you, Jimmy, that we try to do the best we can for ourselves and the people around us.
I'm sorry! I did so many bad things!
Yes, DJ?
Some of you do. Some of you do. A lot of you don't.
I was disabled in 96. I went back to work in 99.
Wait. What do you mean you were... Hold on. What do you mean you were...
What happened?
Disabled in 96?
What happened?
I was put on Social Security disability. I found the job in 99.
Wait, why were you put on...
Yeah, what happened? Why were you put on? Was it physical or mental?
Bipolar panic disorder.
So what does that do to you? Like, what happened? Like, you're standing around, you're okay, and then that hits you, and what happens to you?
Yeah.
When you become manic, you feel like Superman, and you hallucinate. I thought I was the second coming of Christ.
I love that one.
Broke down,
That's such a hack,
and when
crazy
you become
person
really
thing.
depressed, you become suicidal. It's a really high or a really low.
No, DJ, I understand.
The medication, which
Jimmy,
what does that clog your ears?
I take isn't 100% effective.
DJ, but why is it everybody wants to be Christ again? How come no one ever says, I'm the second coming of some guy named Frank who was killed in 1870 while he was staring at the ass of a young boy and a car hit him? Why is nobody the second coming of that guy?
1870?
Yes.
Because people
It was a cart. It was a guy pushing a cart of molasses.
Tuma.
Sorry.
And his honey.
Where have you lost your sense of humor? What happened? I'm joking about something and you just, come on. What are you doing, DJ?
I'm upset. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he's
Why don't
very
you
upset.
stop panicking? I made fun of Connor Peterson. We make fun of everything horrible.
very upset,
and I lash out at something that affects you, and you get mad. You're further proving this self-centered point I was making.
DJ, you live close. You want to come in?
I live in Kingston, New York, Socrates. I'm going to try to get a job in Manhattan.
Oh,
with
no.
the union.
Yeah, you want to come in and hang with the boys?
I would love to.
All right, well, I'd meet him. I'm sure he's a sweet guy.
Yeah, we'll have DJ.
You're not going to shoot me, are you?
Hell no.
Okay.
Jimmy, I think you're hilarious.
Thank you. But he let you down.
Well, because I didn't expect it from him.
Yeah.
DJ felt like I was attacking him
What
personally.
to expect from Jimmy?
Exactly.
Didn't expect to
Did you expect?
I listen to you guys every day. I listen to the replay when I get up at night. I work the 10 to 6 shift, and it did hit close home to me. With me.
DJ, do you not understand though? When mentally ill people affect our lives, at times you get tired of empathizing. You get tired. Hold on,
my wife.
You get tired of being interrupted. You get tired of fucking hearing it.
Wait, what happened to your wife, DJ?
My wife threw me out of the house because of my disability.
She probably didn't even throw them out. She probably just left candy on the porch and he went out and got it. She closed the door.
Oh, shit. Dude, why do you slur so much?
Because I just got off of work.
No, that makes you slur?
Yeah,
Your
what do you
speech?
do?
Yeah.
What do you gargle for a living?
What's your job? Being Anthony Cumia? What do you?
A couple of vodka and orange juices don't hurt.
Oh, okay. So you've been drinking now at 9 in the morning.
What'd you have to drink?
Well, this is my nighttime. I just got off work 6 o'clock in the morning.
What did you have to drink? It's okay.
Vodka and OJ.
How many?
Just a couple.
Okay, but how many is that? 3? It's fair.
Yeah,
A couple?
3 exactly.
What kind of glass?
Yeah, exactly. In a pint glass or
exactly.
in a rock
One of
glass?
those Burger King fucking Star Wars glasses. Cups.
What do you do for a living?
I'm a custodian.
Oh, okay.
So you got a real job.
What do you do for a living, character?
So you're a custodian. Do you work in a school?
No, I work in a mall, and I'm underpaid and overworked.
Tell me about
we all
it.
know that.
They all got us by the purse strings.
It's like my favorite song, 9 to 5 says.
I like to tell my boss, take this job and shove it.
I'm going to tell him that when I get this union job.
That's right.
A union custodian job.
Yeah.
All right, let me go to Allison in Jersey. She works with the mentally ill. Allison.
Could be the saddest
Hi,
thing ever.
I used to work with the mentally ill when I was in college, and I think that TJ, really, even though he doesn't stop talking, he doesn't really understand that Jimmy is saying something completely different. Like, he's not attacking him. He's, attacking the people who are affecting his life, and TJ's just taking it personally, and he sounds like he probably does have...
Taking it very personally.
That's right.
No,
Yeah,
because you know what bothers me is I know that I'm affecting the people around me in a negative way.
Then cut the bunk. How about you just this? How about you just cut the malarkey?
Man up.
Yeah, why don't you get a little fucking moral strength and just cut it out?
Because
Just
there's no
cut this
such thing
shit.
as morality, and therapy is bullshit.
No, it's not. It's not bullshit.
Yes, it
and
is.
there is something as morality. There is such a thing as morality. Yes, there is.
Bullshit. There is no morality.
Really? So it's okay to why wouldn't we fuck children? We don't fuck children because it's immoral and sickening.
Relax.
All right, let me
how do you define
rephrase.
children?
Come on.
All right.
Yeah.
Some of us don't fuck children. Some of us don't race mix.
The only innocent is unborn children that haven't.
Oh, Jesus. Here's the Jesus Christ thing that's coming through.
That's
the
idiotic.
unborn children, saving the unborn children, thinking they're Jesus is a very dangerous thing. You're dangerous.
Well, I don't believe in abortion. That's why I have
No, it's real.
Oh, believe me, I do even more
Yeah.
after this call.
I could show you a few dumpsters. You'd believe in it.
All right.
I don't know.
All right,
DJ, just keep enjoying the show and realize we're not always going to agree. We're not perfect.
You're going to agree to disagree?
Let's
Jimmy?
just agree that you're crazy.
I'm crazy.
Shocking you right now? What does that sound?
Yeah, a little
He's having
dab will do you.
Electroshock therapy
Right
on
now,
the phone.
he's on a cell phone riding fucking Bancini's back around a basketball court. Where are you going, man? Martini, you threw the ball into the fence.
Fucking idiot. All he wants to do is play a little basketball game.
All he wants to
That's
do
all
is
he
play
wanted.
basketball.
A little pickup game.
And Martini throws the ball to no one at the fence.
Just throws it at the fence.
And Harding is so bad, he's going, come on, to me. And he starts dribbling sloppily, and the fucking black guards steal the ball and score. Mr. Harding was a terrible dribbler. I'm not talking about my wife. I'm talking about my life. God, the devil, hell, heaven. Do you understand? Finally.
That's one of the greatest
So you
scenes in the
probably
movie.
agree with Donald Trump. You're either born with it or you're born without it.
fuck's sake, man, you're amateur. Be more funny. This is going great.
I'm miserable. I'm punching out.
I know.
Oh, come on.
All right, cheer up, you silly goose. We're just having fun with you. Relax.
I'm with
All
you.
right.
I'm
All
with
right,
you, DJ.
We love you, DJ. Relax.
I'm with
Don't worry
you.
about it.
All right.
All right, just take care.
All right.
Asshole.
All right. All right. There goes.
Whole ass.
What?
Whole ass.
Yeah, whole ass.
Asshole, whole ass.
Yeah.
All right, DJ. You stay in touch with the show so we know we didn't lose one.
I'll listen to the rest of the show.
Little Joe.
Don't get me to read a psychology book once in a while.
Why don't you do a little reading?
I don't need to read psychology books. I have enough fucking kooks that have infiltrated my life and make my life unpleasant. I don't need a psychology book. All I got to do is fucking look at these kooks and these whack jobs.
Right. In front of you?
Not you guys, no. I don't need to read a psychology. Why do they do what they do? Who? I don't give a fuck. Just stop doing it to me.
You don't have to sympathize, but you know what? As far as I'm concerned, you're so mentally ill, you should empathize.
Oh, that's some fucking knowledge right there, DJ. Yeah. Oh, DJ hung up on that.
Oh, did he?
That was his fucking statement
Part of his
right
self-obsession. DJ wanted to get the last word, and he's probably rehearsed that conversation a few times.
Let's go to Brad in DT. Brad.
Great. Suffering from the DTs. This ought to be interesting.
Well, I don't have the DTs, but I'd like to take a crowbar to that guy's watery head.
Whoa.
These people, what he doesn't say or what he doesn't acknowledge is that people like that suck the life out of everyone around them. I went through it for 20 years with my ex-wife. It wasn't until I took the car, took the kids, ended up broke, both of us, before she even admitted that she had a problem, and she still fucking denies that there was ever any issue. And those type of people, it's all about them, and every single person around them ends up drained, exhausted, and they hate her. A year and a half of therapy to get my kids to the point where they can just start to be normal. They suck the life out of everyone around them. They don't give a shit, and they think it's everybody else's problem but theirs.
And I'm not talking, by the way, about, thank you for saying that, I'm not talking about, like, people who are profoundly retarded. Retarded people to me... But I don't mean retarded people. Like, so I don't want anybody to call up and go, oh, my son's got Down syndrome. I'm not talking about that. I think people know the people I'm talking about. It's not that. It's people...
Yeah, it's that uber narcissism, man. They think the world revolves around them. Fuck them.
And at what cost? I mean, everyone else is affected. So what are we supposed to do?
Absolutely. It screws up every
What the fuck are we supposed to do?
Because
we're supposed to have sympathy for people like that when they're affecting everybody around them, affecting so many fucking people.
Yep.
At what cost do we say, go fuck yourself?
And the uber
go
narcissism
live your life by yourself.
Is right. That was it. The uber narcissism. That's not addressed enough. It's like too much about their sadness and their woes and their helplessness, but not ever talking about the narcissism that does play a part in it.
Which makes everyone else sad around them.
Absolutely.
Why is that? Why do we have to deal with that? Because one person in our family is mentally ill. That's a very good question today.
Well, and you know what?
At what fucking cost?
Well, in my case, my marriage, my freaking finances to fight for custody of my kids, because those people can turn on the charm. They're all wonderful. And then the next minute, it's, oh, my God, nobody wants me. It's all about poor me. Nobody understands what I go through. What do you mean, what do you go through? You fucking take everybody's emotions and you throw them up in the air, and then you kick them to the curb, and then when everybody says finally, fuck you, then it's, nobody understands me.
Yeah.
Well, I understand you. Hit the fucking road. That's what they need to do.
All right, Brad, I got to give...
Thanks, Brad.
There's way too many people want in now. Jesus. Hammerhead in Alabama.
Hammerhead.
Alabama, Merle.
Hi, buddy.
Hey, listen, man, you're right to go off on this DJ cat. I've been dealing with these cocksuckers my whole fucking life, man. My mom was nuts. I've got a brother and a
sisters that suffer from delusions of grandeur, and I've got another brother that thinks he's fucking Shirley Temple. My first wife had so many goddamn personalities, they had their own fucking softball league. I'm telling you, man, and it'll fucking kill you if you don't get away from it.
And you're taught that you're not. This is the part that.
Holy shit! What a nightmare this guy's living.
People deny the anger that it does bring out of other people, and you feel guilty being angry at them. Oh, I'm supposed to empathize, and at times you want to grab them and throw them against a wall and go, "You self-centered fuck! Shut your fucking mouth and look what you're doing to everybody."
And you try to approach them with a legitimate complaint, and they turn around on you like, well, what about the time when you did this, and this, and they have a whole fucking list waiting for you.
They're not that crazy because they can deflect every bit of blame from themselves.
Right.
Every bit of guilt from themselves, they deflect.
We haven't talked about the deflecting game they play.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Stuff I did or this person did when they were, like, much younger.
Yeah.
They're ready with a fucking list. Are you kidding me?
But it's amazing, right? They deflect. They're not that crazy that they don't know how to deflect.
Yep.
They're amazing. You throw something, pow! They fucking shift it. They're brilliantly manipulative to shift things off of them. They're not nuts.
Some therapists would say that's their defense mechanism.
Oh, well, how about you cut the fucking mechanism, cunt? How about that?
Some therapists would say that.
I'm funny.
Jimmy.
That's my defense mechanism.
Yeah.
I make people laugh.
Let me go.
We all have them.
Let me go to. Thank you, Hammerhead. Greg in Indiana. Greg.
Hey, boys.
Hi, buddy.
Hey. Oh, my God, dude. I'm driving down the road, and I listen to you rant, and I am just like, oh, my God, he's so right. I've been with the same woman for 20 years. It has gotten worse throughout the years. We go out with other couples. It only takes one fucking time for that crazy-ass cunt, and then nobody wants to go out with us ever again. Everything in our lives, no matter what it is, it's always somebody else's fault. If my kids have a problem with something, it always comes back to where it's always about her. It drives me fucking nuts.
Yep.
But on the defense, there's something about that crazy bitch pussy.
Yep, absolutely.
God, I didn't realize how many people were affected by it.
Do you understand the phones?
I had no idea.
Every line is lit. And I'm sure some people think I'm an asshole, and that's fine. You're entitled to feel that
In
way.
my own life, I thought I was a minority. I was like, no one fucking understands this shit.
But everybody goes through this
Everybody?
shit.
You got one in your fucking circle there, Ed?
Maybe not family, but, you go through shit.
Yeah. Even if it's not immediate family, right?
Yeah, it doesn't have to be immediate family.
That's true. That's true. All right, Greg, thank you.
Thank you, guys.
My mom, let's just say this. My mom had certain issues that she's talked to me about that, needed some work. So what she did was she went to therapy, and she worked through it, and she told us, look, this is what's happening, blah, blah, blah. She kind of walked us through it. And, at times it was a little trying, but it was nothing too crazy. It helped a lot because she was rational about it. And I know people go, well, she could be, and some people can't be. But she wasn't so narcissistic that she didn't understand that she was affecting people, and then it kind of fixed itself.
Was your mom a dude?
No. Well, why?
Oh, I thought it was a sex change operation.
Jesus.
No.
She became a mom.
No. That was cuckolding that her and my dad got into. There would always be a black gentleman, according to Dad.
According to Dad. Jesus. All right, let's go to Nick in New York. Nick.
Oh, what's going on?
We were supposed to break an hour ago.
Hey, man.
Fuck. Which is fine. I'm just saying. Nick.
Yeah, what's going on?
Hey, buddy.
Talking to you, Nick. You work in a pharmacy? You need help here? You work in a pharmacy. What do you got?
I work in a pharmacy. I deal with depressed and fucking mentally ill people every goddamn day. Fucking everybody comes in and they want their fucking drugs, and that's all they bitch about. And whenever they can't get their fucking drugs, you get to hear all the fucking stories in the world. They're like, oh, I'm sick, oh, this happened, I just got out of the hospital, my mom's not doing well, all this fucking whiny bullshit every goddamn day. And you sit there and you have to deal with it since you work for the company, and you got to deal with these people because you have to give them their drugs. But the shit that comes out of these people's mouths is fucking pathetic. And then there's also the actual sick people that actually need meds, and they can't get it because of other people that really don't fucking need it, and they pretend to have this shit just for the attention.
Yeah, that guy that said uber narcissism.
Yeah.
It's just a part of it. For some people, look, they can't help themselves. I'm talking about the ones who are so fucking self-absorbed and narcissistic, along with being a little nuts, and they don't ever talk about their narcissism. It's never narcissism. Never.
Mm-hmm. Let's go to Dak in Kentucky. Dak.
Yeah, hey boys, what's up?
Hi, Dak. That's a weird name, Dak.
Z-A-C-K. That's not weird. My mom's one of these deflectors that you're talking about.
She's a deflector?
Yeah, we would, around her, she's a manic depressive, and around her, she thinks everyone else is the one that needs to be medicated when the doctors tell her she's the one with the problem. And when we go to therapy, she go, well, we're not here to talk about me, we're here to talk about everyone else's problems.
It's so enraging. Just walk away from them. Ignore them.
Walk away.
Sit in a room and fucking eat crushed glass, you fucking nut. That's all you can do. Ignore them.
Sounds harsh, but I don't disagree with that.
What do you do when a toxic hornet lands on your soda can? Do you poke it? Ignore it, and it will go away. The bee is just doing what it does, but it doesn't realize what an annoying fucking barbed asshole stinger it has and how everyone hates its guts. It's a dumb hornet. And you want to just swat it and kill it, but you can't because there are repercussions.
Let's go to JD in Atlanta. Jimmy, would you deal with this situation? Go ahead, JD.
Yeah, I had a mom that when I was in
How
fourth
big's her
grade,
clit?
picked her on kidnapping.
I'm sorry.
She thought my dad was going to leave.
Wait, you got to start
Sorry,
over.
I said a dirty joke. Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead, JD.
Okay, yeah. When I was in fourth grade, my mother faked her own kidnapping, said she was raped, and just a huge drawn-out ordeal because she wanted to keep my stepfather around.
Was she crazy or just manipulative?
She was just completely manipulative, but she, the police got involved in the whole 9 yards, and the police were the ones that finally came and said, yeah, this didn't happen. And I had to learn out the whole truth from my real father. But, yeah, it was horrible. So I sympathize with you, Opie.
That's crazy.
Damn, what's me?
Some crazy shit.
What's me? All right. Let's go to John in Dallas. John, hey, yeah.
Hey, guys. What's going on?
What's up, John?
12 years of marriage to a crazy, crazy bipolar woman. I knew something was wrong when she started putting lipstick on her eyebrows.
Holy shit.
Exactly. 12 years of sleeping with one eye open. So I finally filed for divorce. A month later, she killed herself. And I'll tell you what, it was the happiest day of my life.
Wow. Was it on some level of relief?
Yeah, huge relief. You have no idea. She left me with 3 kids. You know what? They were quite young when she died, which is good because they don't have to grow up around that just crazy shit.
But also, how selfish to leave 3 kids.
And no one talks about the fact that sometimes people die, and it's the happiest day of someone's life that was very close to them.
Yeah. It's not always.
Well, you know, my kids.
I mean, but you say that, and people are like, how could you ever say that? That's crazy.
Well, you know what, though? That's how I feel, and that's what I tell everybody. Bipolar disorder, man, I'm telling you.
Right.
It's terrible, and it's also pretty wicked funny sometimes, too. I mean, you just have to laugh at shit. But anyway, thanks, guys.
Thanks, man. Before we move on and take a break, we certainly have to take a phone call from Cunt Cancer. He has something to say about this.
Oh, hi, Cunt Cancer.
Hi, CC.
Spelled with K's.
That's right. Oh, I said CC. I guess it's KK. Yes, Mr. Cancer. Yes.
Hey, Jimmy, I think I know what you're saying, man. Like, my mom, I found out recently, I always knew she was fucking nuttier than a fruitcake, when she has something called borderline, which is like a mix of bipolar and, schizophrenia, a bunch of other bullshit. Because it was kind of like how Opie said you never knew who you're coming home to.
Yeah.
Like, you knew, it could be fun mom or hit me in the face mom. And I think there's a responsibility, some of that shit goes through genetics, and I deal with it, and my fucking girlfriend, I feel terrible for it because she deals with my little fucking insanities here and there. I think there's a responsibility to the mentally ill to, kind of take care of themselves and govern themselves.
A little bit, yeah.
You can know you're affecting somebody, but you have to kind of sit back and go, I'm being a fuck, stop it. And, my girlfriend, every once in a while she'll have to fucking smack me around and tell me to shut the fuck up, and I think you need to realize that.
Yeah.
And the fucking mentally ill piss me the fuck off. I'm a paramedic and I have to deal with their little bullshit every day.
Incidentally, not that anyone thinks this, but my mom is actually not the person. Not that it matters, and my mom wouldn't call me and go, it was not her.
Well, I could say my mom is. So.
Yeah, some people it is the mom. That's even harder.
I deal with a lot of the stuff that's being discussed.
For some people it is.
And
it's fun when it's your mom and your dad's an alcoholic.
Well, you know what the problem is? They always have something else to say. They need to be heard. They don't know how to just go away and shut the fuck up and leave people alone. They don't know how to do it.
All right, sir. You're too intelligent, by the way, to have the name cunt cancer.
Exactly. At least cunt polyp. Or how about cunt melanoma? Because I'm sure you would have caught it earlier.
I guess we could take a break.
Yeah, I
finally.
gotta pee. The phones are fucking every line.
I know. It's crazy.
My grandmother tried killing my uncle and grandfather because she suffered from depression. That's good when they take out everybody else with them.
Of course.
That's just wonderful.
More narcissism. More fucking mirrors that they yell into and talk to themselves. Fucking wackos.
Mikey, that sounds like a fucking horror show, man. What do you got?
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Gave you the great setup, too. Mike, what do you got, buddy?
Actually, yeah, my grandmother she suffered from she was bipolar and depressed, and she was the one that my grandfather and my uncle were taking her to South Oaks Hospital, and she grabbed the steering wheel and tried killing all of them. So, Jimmy, actually, I wanted to thank you because I think it's a hereditary thing because my family suffers from depression. I think I have it, too.
Right.
And it's not what you say, I guess it's how you said it. I felt that way where I wanted to, walk up to my grandmother and kind of shake her and say, snap the fuck out of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I understand what you're saying. I guess, it kind of made me realize that, yeah, it is a selfish thing. And, I think you helped me a little bit, to be honest with you, seriously, because it's the way you said it,
Oh, thank you.
I appreciate that.
And it's, again, that's what I'm talking about. It's the idea. To me, anybody who's rational enough to go through daily life and to know better than to just shit in the middle of the street. If somebody shits in the middle of the street, that person is certifiable and there's a difference. But people that understand they have to pay the phone bill and they understand a lot, anyone that would grab the wheel of a car and try to kill everybody in the car is a selfish, narcissistic, give a fuck about no one but themselves person.
Yeah, I didn't think about it until, what you said earlier. It makes a lot of sense, so.
Right.
Seriously, it helped me out. I appreciate it.
All right, take care, man. Thank you.
Look at that.
All right, brother.
Thank you, man.
We're helping.
We're helping.
Helping like here. Dude, do you understand? I had a fucking incident in my apartment last night with lunacy.
What?
Fucking, dude, it was...
What was it?
Just the whole thing with
What happened?
Chip and Edgar. It was just ugly.
Can you tease that for after the break?
Sure. Just
You had a problem with Chip and Edgar in your apartment last night?
Yeah. Chip was doing his Tonight Show jokes, and Edgar didn't like them, and the girlfriend just wanted to go to sleep.
And was she yelling out loud, "It's not about you"?
No. But she did bite Edgar.
All right, let's clear the field, and we'll talk about this next. Don't forget, all right? Oh, Jesus. Get me out of here. We got a celebrity in studio right now. The guy that introduced us to the Bud Dwyer video is sitting right there. Pretty incredible right there. Buzzy. My one of my oldest friends. He's lived through all my bullshit for many decades. Look at him not. All right, calm down. You're not a treat either. You got your own fucking issues. Why do you think it worked all these years? But he was the one, remember it?
Yes.
Way before YouTube
forget?
and that internet thing. This guy, Buzzy, gave us some great shit over the years. The Bud Dwyer tape.
How could I forget?
Bud Dwyer blowing his brains out live on TV.
Yeah.
He also gave us the, what else did you give us over the years? The racist cartoons. The band,
yes,
the band cartoons.
It was like Bugs Bunny and all the Warner Brothers cartoons.
Bugs Bunny with like swastikas and Nazi humor that you don't see on TV anymore.
Yes.
What else did you give us? The Zapruder film? Oh my God, he had one of the first copies of the Zapruder film. I forgot about that.
Well, not one of the first. Zapruder had that one.
Why was it important that? Why was it important that you had one at the time? Because now it's everywhere.
He was the first one to superimpose a black guy with a gun.
No, it was a college project. We had to prepare some shocking video analysis senior year of college, and asked a few friends for some examples. And next thing you know, some crazy guy gives us the Zapruder film.
Right, and no one had it. People just didn't have that laying around.
Right? Yeah.
There weren't, and it was hard to see it anywhere if you remember. Right, Ant? You had like a special, I don't know, 60 Minutes or something.
Yep.
You just couldn't pop it in and then check it out on your own.
And see it. Yeah. Now you can, see everything.
Like you guys were talking about earlier today, back in the days of bootleg albums, it was like so rare to find vinyl of a live show in the back of some basement record store.
Right.
Now it's everywhere.
Right.
Yeah, now you just
now it's not as
download it.
important. Speaking of which, that's how, Buzzy was the one that fucking...
Oh, the wheelchair.
The wheelchair. He's the wheelchair guy.
Bring it into the concert.
And the fucking guy, he didn't trust me enough. So I had to fucking carry the tripod into the concert.
Nah, dude, you were in the wheelchair.
I never did wheelchair. You did wheelchair.
You did a stint in the wheelchair once because you had the blanket over your lap and then a little bit of drool on the corner of your mouth.
Did I do?
Dude, you were in the wheelchair.
Did you go full retard?
Yeah, I don't remember
head
wheelchair.
slumped to the side.
Yeah. I don't remember. We're talking about Buzzy had when I met Buzzy, it was because we were at the Ratskeller, and everyone's like talking about this guy Buzzy. He has every concert you could imagine, bootlegged, like Springsteen and the Grateful Dead and you name it. He had it. Neil Young, and you go up to him and he had a list, and you decided what show you wanted, and next thing you know, you paid a little fee, and he gave you a copy of this fucking bootleg show.
Different times.
That's what got me kicked out of the dorms, running a business out of the dorm.
Yeah. He was running a business at 18 out of the dorms. And what was the point of this? Oh, and then I got to know him. We become friends, and I was part of his operation.
Yeah.
He would get all us drunks to help him out. One guy was in the wheelchair.
An entrepreneur. Look at him.
Well, explain the operation really fast, because we got to move on.
Real quick.
Operation.
And it's amazing that he figured this out at 18, by the way. And also explain how you figured out what seat you wanted before the show to make sure you didn't get caught.
Real quick summary. So if you're looking to perhaps smuggle a little video equipment into a show, figure it out early on, you might want to put it into the hollowed out seat of a wheelchair. Okay. You get in.
And we're talking about a time when everything was fucking too fucking big.
Oh, it was humongous. The size of the cameras were bigger than a shoebox.
Yeah.
Right. Not your little flip video of these days.
Yeah.
The tapes then were bigger than the cameras are today.
Yep.
Right.
So you smuggle the stuff in, you go to a bathroom, you pass the stuff under a stall, somebody hops up out of the chair, you go take it to the first aid station, they'll watch your wheelchair for you. Meanwhile, you go in, voila, you bring an extra baseball hat to put on top of the camera, so put a coat over its shoulders. It looks like a real skinny guy just standing there in the crowd with a big nose.
You're shitting me. You put a hat on the camera?
Yeah, you put a hat on the camera.
He wasn't happy enough just smuggling the camera in because, he got complaints that, it was too shaky.
Yeah.
So then he went with tripod. So it's a guy standing up the whole time at the show because it was a full fucking tripod with a hat and a coat on the tripod. And
did you ever leave it in the wheelchair?
No, the wheelchair's only a ruse to get the stuff through the door.
And if it was a really important show, then when one tape was done, you would pass it off to someone else. They would have to meet you, and Buzzy would pass it off to a guy that was sitting somewhere else in the fucking venue. He would buy tickets for all of us to be part of the operation, and he would get a seat in the middle of a section, in the middle of a row, so it was tougher for the help to kind of notice anything that was going on. So he would study seating charts before he even...
Conspiracy.
Yeah.
So people would see you doing this, but no one would tell on you, right?
Only time we had a problem...
Usually...
only time was Jimmy Page when he did The Firm. Remember? Jimmy Page came out with The Firm?
Yeah, sure.
Some big biker dude was in front of us, turns around and goes, "You're ripping off the band, man."
Oh. Shut up.
Finally, the dude... My partner, the dude that provided us with the Bud Dwyer video, same guy we're referring to, back in Rochester, just reaches forward with his full might, because the guy's sitting in front of us, and just kicks the guy square between the shoulders, and we bolted. We just bolted, grabbed the tripod, sprung the camera off, put it under the trench coat, run around, go up to the other side of the arena, and start shooting again, because he was calling security on us.
Did you get footage of him getting kicked?
We did not. We did not. But the memory is still there.
Yeah.
Hollowing out fucking wheelchairs.
Great.
Unbelievable, right?
Yeah.
And someone brought a gym bag, so then, you would meet in the bathroom in stalls, and he would pass the equipment under and...
Ballsy fucking move.
Put it in a fucking gym bag. They didn't ever question why you have a gym bag at a show. Well, well, this is obviously before 9/11, but now if you're walking around at a venue with a gym bag, you're going to be tackled.
Yeah, simpler times.
It was a simpler bootlegging era.
Yeah.
Oh, Stephen S. from Bayshore wants to know if you were part of the Marshmallow team.
Wow.
Oh,
I don't know about the marshmallow tea.
See, you're a good brother. I might have slept one day and.
Oh, you mean on the Brummel House? Yeah, as a matter of fact, I did know the marshmallow team.
You were part of the marshmallow team. See, it wasn't gay. We were doing it to get into a fraternity, right, Buzzy? that story might have slipped out. And we had to drop.
Unlike the marshmallow, which you clenched with your fist-like anus.
Then we have to waddle across the floor. Back me up.
I think I got a picture of me with a shovel and you with a maxi pad over your head.
Oh, God.
Do you have that handy?
Not handy.
Do you really have a picture of that?
I do have a picture.
You never told me that.
I got pictures.
He's talking about Hell Night, obviously. When
I smell Twitter pic.
You really have a picture of that?
I got a picture.
Wow.
Probably looking like you're fucking 8 years old, right?
Probably. All right. Buzzy's doing well in TV. Living in Atlanta now, right?
That's right.
You work for Cox Media?
Cox Media Group.
Media Group.
Funny.
What shows do you do? Any news shows?
No, we own media properties.
Oh, okay.
Damn it.
They're the man. The corporations that have ruined the business, man.
And you know what you should do? I should get you a fucking set on Sirius XM on E Street Radio.
That would be awesome.
This guy is probably
50 times.
the biggest Springsteen
Really?
fan ever.
Roland.
I would challenge.
Yeah, you challenge?
You know, I
How
should
about we
have fucking
challenge?
set this up. Is Roland on the phone? Roland versus Buzzy in the Springsteen trivia.
Oh,
you might have met your match. Roland is pretty up there.
Hey-oh, yeah.
Oh, I'd win. Hey-oh.
Roland wears no jacket. He looks like the fucking Fort Hood shooter, but less stable mentally. So, you know my favorite? I'm not a huge Springsteen fan. Pink Cadillac stinks. Youngstown is my favorite Springsteen song.
It's such an uplifting.
That's a good one, though, right?
It rocks.
I can't tell you one Springsteen song that I like.
I love.
I really just don't.
You don't like
I'm on
Springsteen?
Fire is a great one.
No,
My Hometown's a great one. I like that stuff. Stories.
I also told a story. You went to the Neil Young show with me, right? Where he didn't play anything that anyone knew?
Yes.
Oh,
yeah, it was back in that
show.
Tron electronic era.
Oh, that was another fucking...
It's like, why would you...
He was the chameleon of rock and roll in
Why
the
would you go
mid-80s.
see Neil Young if he's not going to play his hits?
No.
Just sit there and in some self-indulgent fucking drivel to make himself get off. And meanwhile, every fan is sitting there going, I want to hear Cinnamon Girl. I want to hear something.
I don't know Cinnamon Girl. I like Rockin' in the Free
I
World.
want to live with a cinnamon girl. Life could be happy the rest of my life with a cinnamon girl.
What do you mean? Does he want a girl to sit in his cappuccino?
Yeah.
What the fuck does that mean? Can we
know.
hear a little Cinnamon Girl, Travis?
Maybe
Cinnamon
you want
Girl rules.
African woman.
Listen to that riff. Come on.
It's brown, kind of. No, Indian.
My friend Dean used to call them cinnamon lips. Indians.
This is when rock was cool, man.
Yeah.
I want to live with a cinnamon girl.
Yeah. Don't play this. No, Neil. Don't play this.
What is a Cinnamon Girl?
Who cares?
I want to know.
It just sounds cool. I don't have to figure this shit out. He was probably smoking pot when he wrote it. The Cinnamon Girl. Buzzy's got to catch a flight. I got to ask him one more thing. Can you tell the guys your side of the Knicks scalping fucking day?
Wow.
How depressed we were and how fucking
we missed
gullible
this
we
flight.
were.
All right. Long story short, so me and Opie were hitting the big city. We're all fired up to go to a Knicks game. What was this? Maybe 15 years ago.
Probably.
All right, so we go to some
Before I
back
was
alley.
living here.
God, you were 15 years old.
Well, 20.
So
I
we go to
20,
some.
yeah.
We go to some back alley by the Garden.
We didn't have tickets. It was
Buy
a big,
tickets.
It was a
Buy
big
tickets
game.
from a reseller. I'll refer him to as a reseller, very large reseller.
Reseller.
So we're kind of psyched. We stop by a bar, have a quick pop before the game. Go up to the ticket line. Counterfeit. Come with us. Come with us, boys.
The guy almost ripped him up, if you remember. He was ripping and stopped at the last second and studied him, and we're panicking because we know we bought him off the street.
Those fucking
What gave it away?
resellers.
He spelled Nick with an N.
Well,
Next thing you know,
it might as well be as bad as that.
Next thing you know, we're in security looking at driver's licenses going, yep, that's him.
That's the
And
guy.
they just laughed.
But remember, he said there's a couple things. First of all, after the fact, we realized that the tickets it was done with a typewriter. How gullible are we? And secondly, after we pointed out of a lineup of pictures who the guy was, and they go, "Oh yeah, that's Tiny" or whatever. They knew all of them. And then they go, "Come with us." And we thought because we just got fucking used so bad by
We thought we were going to get an upgrade.
by the street person.
Are you kidding me?
We were
naive
gullible.
motherfuckers.
So they're like, "Come with me," and me and Buzzy looking at each other like, "You know what? This is going to work out after all."
front row. Yeah.
Also, let's not forget, I think we paid about $100, which
yeah.
was a lot of fucking money, man, for us. A lot of fucking money.
You should have dealt with the guy and said, "We'll show you who it is, but we want to at least be able to watch the game."
Well, we thought that's what was happening. So we're walking through the bowels of Madison Square Garden going, fuck, I think they're going to give us some solid fucking seats here. And we're looking at each other kind of whatever. God. All of a sudden, they open up a door, and it's the door to the outside.
Daylight, baby.
And
it's daylight. It's daylight.
And then we're just standing on the corner outside Madison Square Garden so fucking depressed.
This isn't the game. I don't
we
see
were so depressed.
Where's the wood floor? And
Did you see the guy again?
No.
He
Roland's on the phone.
outweighed both of us combined by a factor of 4.
Put some headphones on. We got our buddy Roland on. Roland?
Hello.
We're talking to your competition. Buzzy's pretty much my oldest friend. We met when we were 18 years old, and I've known him for about 20 years now. And he's a huge Springsteen fan like yourself.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so I wanted you guys to talk like maybe in some kind of weird foreign language here.
All right, so Roland, here's my question to you. Do you actually celebrate September 23rd?
I do.
Me too.
Why would you celebrate that?
Because it's 12 days after their favorite day.
No, it's a few years ago I flew to Colorado to see Springsteen to celebrate his birthday.
Thank you. Ding, 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 ding.
Oh, that's his birthday?
That would be Bruce's birthday.
So you guys have to celebrate September 23rd every year? Roland, do you have a question for Buzzy now?
Yes. What is your favorite track song off his album?
The favorite song off of Tracks?
Yeah.
Wow. I'd say Loose Ends.
Okay, that's not that one.
All right. Thank you.
This is like listening to...
By the way, check out my YouTube video. Rockin' All Over the World, Buffalo, last night of the tour, last song of the show. Maybe, just maybe, we won't know for years. Might be the last song ever live with the Holy Street Band.
He is coming back to tour, though.
We'll see if they're all there.
Wait, you flipped the video? You're still fucking bootlegging. You fuck.
You know what?
You're an old guy now, and you got 3 kids. What's wrong with you?
Dude, we were comparing flip videos the other night. Why do you think I bought it?
Yeah, Buzzy. So you recorded a song that could be very rare in the Springsteen fucking world?
It's got 10,000 views on YouTube. Not bad.
That's not bad.
I have a trivia question for the 2 Springsteen guys.
All right, Roland and Buzzy, yes.
What country did Bruce sing that he was born in that became a big hit?
Buzzy, give Roland one more here. One more that'll just make us look at you guys like you're a bunch of
What rank
freaks.
were you when you were a psychologist in the Army?
Or
began shooting everyone, Major.
Or Roland, do you have a question for Buzzy?
Yeah, how many shows have you been to?
50.
How long? How many?
50.
Oh.
That's over a long time. See, here we go. I've been humbled.
How many, Roland?
Roland's in the triple digits.
Be honest, Roland.
240.
Wow.
You've been to 240 Springsteen shows.
He goes to every fucking show that's in the area.
I'm humbled.
Last tour I went to 65.
Wow, you'll actually watch him 2-3 nights in a row?
Yeah.
Why?
Why 65 times in one?
Set list is different every night.
Not 250 times.
I went to 15 nights in a row.
What's your favorite Springsteen song?
Me, Incident on 57th Street.
Very good choice.
Is that a good one?
Yeah,
I don't know
choice.
that one.
Excellent choice.
Buzzy, you can hit him back with something.
Dude,
He's kicking your ass.
You know what?
I was bragging about
You know what? He's got me on the ropes. I gotta duck out and catch my flight.
No, one more. What do you got?
Buzzy has become a Springsteen cuckold.
You're like a fucking beginner, Buzzy.
Oh man,
50 shows. That's cute.
It's a warm up.
Yeah, Roland did that. Only had a cold. One tour.
Roland did that last year.
Yeah,
he did it on the last tour. So he basically did it last year, Buzzy.
He had that
Yeah,
many.
he's been doing that for 20 some odd years.
He had that many under his belt by 1974, I think.
Yeah, I saw him 3 nights in Stockholm. Then I came back.
You know what? I've kept myself to domestic rather than international travel.
How many hours did you camp out to get a Springsteen ticket? That's pretty impressive.
Oh, yeah,
Buzzy.
Back in the day, back in the day, when you drive up to Batavia, camp out at the record store, when tickets were actually a physical thing you purchased from someone with cash in your hand. Yeah, overnight.
So,
just an overnight, 15 hours.
Yeah, an overnight. Okay.
Well, I just called someone I know to get me in the arena earlier.
Roland's got connections, basically.
Yeah.
How many times have you met Bruce himself there, Buzzy?
I never have.
I met him 4 times.
Roland has met him 4 times, and
Jeez.
you've never met him.
You're probably invited to his parties on the 23rd of September.
How many times have you been on an elevator with him, Roland?
0, but I saw your picture. Boo.
Yeah, looks like
He boos you.
looks like someone was personally introduced to Bruce and got a little elevator ride. I was like, hey, what up?
Yeah.
What up?
Well, we're in an elevator and Jim is here with. All right. Sing a song about anything.
It's not a fan.
I hate Jersey.
It's not a fan. All right, Roland, we got to let you go.
About Jersey.
All right.
Thank you, buddy. All right, Bruce. And Buzzy's got to catch a plane.
Buzzy's off, huh?
You know, Jimmy's going to be in Atlanta.
Yes.
When you
We
in
should go
town?
see Jimmy when he's
Kenny,
in
when are we
Atlanta.
there?
Do you know Kenny?
In July.
Oh, July.
sometime. We'll figure it out. I might even fly down
Come
for that.
on down.
In July.
Guest room's got your name on it.
Wow, damn.
My old pal Buzzy.
Are you live in Pittsburgh at the end of this month?
Nope.
That's where I'll be at the Improv. Oh, shit.
It is one of his territories, though.
How about Seattle? I'll be there in May.
Going there next week.
Really? Cool. Could you roust everybody to buy some tickets? Things could be a whole lot better, Lloyd.
Really?
Not doing well in Seattle right
I
now.
don't know. I haven't plugged it.
Yeah.
Come on, Seattle. Buy tickets for Jimmy Norton.
I'm gonna fucking got a good show plan. I'm gonna go up there and just whatever.
Sounds good. You really make people want to get out there and see you.
Yes, I do.
Buzzy's got to catch a plane.
What time's your flight?
Watch out for that volcanic ash in your engines. Or something.
Volcanic.
Yeah. Volcanic. Volcanic.
You're an ace.
All right, Buzz.
I really am.
Jeffrey.
Take care, guys.
Take it easy, Buzzy.
Just Jeff, now that he's an older guy.
Oh, right. Yeah, that's true.
Just Jeff. He doesn't like...
Buzz?
Nailed.
Oh, Buzz! Cinnamon Girl, thank you, Happy Scrappy from Kansas. Cinnamon Girl is a San Francisco hippie chick.
Pup.
Cinnamon Girl's a San Francisco hippie chick from the 60s.
Oh,
You
were they
asking.
call them that because you'd have to dip a cinnamon stick into their awful pussies before you could go down on them? This thing tastes like fucking, tastes like an armpit with fucking garbage in it. Let me dip a cinnamon stick in here, you fucking hairy pitted nothing. Fucking miscreant with filthy feet.
Fucking gangrenous legs.
Exactly. Nice feet.
I want to thank Take the Wig because Jimmy obviously forgot.
Oh, what?
We need to hear about Chip and Edgar.
I didn't forget. You was just talking to your friend.
What happened with
Buzzy? Guy sounds like a flock of bees or something.
Holy shit.
I was just talking to my Tonight Show jokes.
Yeah, huh?
Yes. So I'm going to start off and go, hey, it's Tonight Show. Good thing they don't show this in the afternoon.
I'm at a loss.
And the host's name is Jay. What kind of name is that? It's a letter. How come his name's not KLM or N or something, or O or a P maybe? I might just, whatever, just kind of coast.
Just kind of coast. Isn't it odd that his name is a letter and the guy that's on the other channel is named Letterman?
I never thought of that. Yeah, letter man. It's modern. Just call himself email man.
Oh, I get it. Holy shit. Oof.
I'm just going to eat. I don't care.
Shit.
What are you having? You know, I'm improv a little bit. What are you having?
Improv.
Cum.
Oh, cum. Careful you don't get that all over your shoes. Everybody will know you was having some cum.
Everybody would know. Egg whites.
What's wrong with egg whites?
Have a yolk every so often.
Hey, speaking of yolks,
Yeah.
I got a whole bunch of them for the show.
Do you?
I love telling yolks. I was kidding. I meant jokes.
Yolk is the best part of the egg, by
It
the
really
way.
is.
Like mixed in with a scrambled egg.
I have yolk.
It's just the best.
Here's the comparison I would give. It's like if a cock was jerked in front of your face
Yeah.
and only air shot out.
Right.
You'd be like, this is terrible.
Exactly.
And I'd like my money back.
I had to have, my mouth on the cock the whole time, not getting the deliciousness.
No need to be crass.
He's so serious.
No need to be coarse.
Of course.
You really notice I've been picking a scab for the last 10 years?
Oh, shit.
Everyone's noticed.
Wow.
Of course. It's fucking...
Damn, you didn't let that go, did you?
It's unbelievable. It's on the hand.
It's right here.
And it's
It's only been 3 years.
3 years.
Wow. Because it's coarse. It doesn't. It's just whatever. Yeah. I might have a picking issue. A few people in my family might have a picking issue.
Oh shit!
Nose, scabs, fucking hiney holes.
Hiney holes.
What is hiney hole? Really?
No.
What is picking? Like, what need does it serve? Because any type of stuff like that has some. What does picking do?
I don't know. I have no idea.
I'll be interested to know what that is.
Maybe I should find that out.
I mean, it's something. It's like psychologically, it's something. I don't know.
I would assume.
Yeah.
Some people twirl their hair and pull it out.
Yeah.
Other people, what other people do?
Pop lock.
Yeah, pop lock out of nowhere.
That's what I do when I'm uncomfortable. I start pop locking.
Yeah.
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 I ain't going fly fishing. Only with Bobby. All right. So what happened with Chip and Edgar? Really? Your girlfriend's all mad.
Just Chip was piping up, and then fucking.
Walk us through this. What happened?
Well, it was 1:30 in
Take
bed.
your time, because I have half a sandwich to go.
1:30 in the morning, and then Chip was piping up, and she laughed a little, and Edgar got upset.
Edgar gets jealous of Chip.
He hates Chip. Hates him.
Is he the one? No. Chip thinks Edgar is going to poison him.
No, he
right?
thinks Edgar is having the girl poison him, and Edgar pipes in, I told you not to laugh. Why don't you act like a woman of proper stock?
Proper stock? She must love that.
If you understand the true rage that comes out, because it was cold out last night, so we were eating, and I was walking. He walks really slow. Like, this is how he walks when she's in a hurry.
Yeah. Oh my God! It's a very, very retarded. It's a very herky-jerky, stiff gait, but very short little steps. Yeah. And your arms move like a little robot.
She fucking hates when he says,
and you're hunched over.
Do your duties to take care of my needs.
What are some of her duties?
Lick my teeth.
Because they get dry?
They get very dry. My tongue.
Oh, his hard, pointy tongue.
Fucking hates Edgar. I gotta tape her sometime.
Just enraged.
Literally, she said to me last night, it was quiet, she goes, you don't know how many times I've thought of how good it would feel to punch you in the face when you do that. No irony.
I'm surprised she hasn't. She feels like the kind of girl that would just punch you in the face.
She's bitten my cheek a couple times, like she knows she can't because I'm Jim. But a couple times she's actually leaned over and went, and then she's like, I want to fucking bite you. It's true hatred for Edgar. But he doesn't stop. One time during an argument, Edgar showed up because she was PMSing and being so irrational.
Oh my God.
That he just kept saying, why don't you go and clean the floor like a girl? And she was fucking really upset.
During a real argument?
Oh, for a real argument.
Yeah, that is probably not the best thing to do to diffuse the situation.
That's what goes on in my house after a load comes out. And somebody just wants to be hugged. But then Chip wants to do his Tonight Show jokes. And fucking Edgar pops in and wrecks the moment again.
Shit.
It really is awful.
That's fantastic. I would love to
let me
see her all angry at
I'll
Edgar.
tape it one time without telling her. It's fucking great.
I tape it.
Because she calls me Edgar. It's not like, hey, stop doing Edgar. It's like, Edgar, I'm going to fucking bite your face. It's great. She's as nuts as he is.
And it's a loony house.
And she's
it's like you're letting the inmates like run the crazy place or something.
Oh, my God. Jim in St. Louis, help me, please.
St. Louis.
God.
How you guys doing?
Hey, good.
Hey, I just want to tell you guys, I've been hearing about you guys for 10 years from buddies in Chicago and everything else, and getting you guys preview this 2 weeks on the best of XM preview.
Oh.
I just signed up. Just signed up for the best of XM on my series.
I got to tell you a couple things.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you for that. We should tell everyone we have been a huge hit. As far as this free preview went the last couple weeks.
Yeah,
good.
Huge
really well.
hit.
You're welcome.
Thank you, people.
We brought a whole bunch of new people to Sirius XM.
Thank you, people.
Well, whatever. I guess Sirius, right?
Yeah, it's XM.
Tell you.
No, they already had. Wait.
No, this is for serious listeners to hear us for free. They get the best of XM package.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
So this first time you've heard us or what?
It's the first time I've heard you, and I got to tell you, I came into the show with a completely preconceived notion.
What was that notion, sir? What was it?
Well, listen, I've been a huge Howard fan for 10 years, and I've heard nothing but him and Bubba bash you guys 4 years, and my friends keep telling me how funny you guys are. And I got to tell you, I've not laughed this hard at a radio show in 5 years.
Thank you.
You know, now that me and Howard are talking, we don't have to go down that road anymore.
What?
And secondly, Jim, what was your favorite bit as far as the free preview goes?
I don't know, to be honest with you.
No, I mean, name one good thing you heard in the last couple of weeks.
One good thing that kind of made you laugh.
Yes.
Norton just cracks my ass up.
But we know that already.
Yeah, you're welcome, Sirius.
What did he do what bit really made you laugh this week that Jim Norton did?
When Rich Vaught.
I just saw that. 10 miles out, I saw that. Yeah. If that's getting old, just tell me. I can handle it.
No, I actually love when I can handle
that.
When you get the new listener that does that. What I heard something in that conversation.
Yeah, Jim Norton cracks his ass up. Is that what you mean?
Well, that's what I was going to say.
Yeah, exactly.
And did you have a little conversation?
Maybe.
Yeah, did you? A couple of words? What was said? Where? Outside of the complex? On the street? In the park?
Was it shouted out of a car window while moving?
How would you like to mow my lawn?
Yeah? Something?
You're being a nosy buddy.
Yep.
You really are fucking... Someone's got some beeswax and you're just...
Yeah, what's wrong?
Minding it.
What's wrong with you? You're being a busy buddy.
Why don't you take your own beeswax?
None of you. I don't want any of your beeswax.
Who would mind another person's... Like, if you had beeswax, who would go over and fudge with it?
I was futzing with my beeswax.
Exactly. And, like, if somebody has their own, why wouldn't they know just to fucking... Keep their own dick beaters on their own beeswax. Get those fucking cock holders off my beeswax.
Dick beaters.
Yeah, it's a great word for hands.
It really is.
Get your dick beaters off me. Get your fucking mitts off my beeswax.
Let me say hi to Brad in Phoenix. Brad.
Hey, boys. What's up?
Hi, Brad.
Hey, just wanted to second what a caller said earlier, man. I've been an old, Howard fan for years, and I tuned over to you guys recently. I love it, man. It's like, really refreshing, brother.
Thank you, sir. I got to be honest with you. I'm not going to tolerate anyone trashing Howard.
Hey, you know what?
All right?
I feel like Howard, man, but...
I'm not going to tolerate that shit.
You can, however, like both. That's the beauty of it.
That is true. Hey, who spelled Phoenix? Pheonix.
And you're a bad speller yourself.
I know, and I know
that.
It's O-E.
I'm a San Diego transplant. It took me a while, too.
Yeah, you have no idea what we're talking about. I love
All right, boys, I'm punching out.
Hey, Brad, no. You've been listening to us for 2 weeks. What bit really got you where you went, holy shit, these guys are all right, man?
Oh, my God. I mean, I just got to say what Jimmy's just a
Jimmy's just a fuck, he said. We all
You
agree.
heard that. Jimmy's just a fuck.
Fat.
Jimmy's just a fuck.
No, he wasn't saying that.
He said Jimmy's just a fuck.
No.
The butcher? The butcher misspelled that one?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oof.
Hey, Danny, what's man crying on intervention all about?
Just play it.
play it?
Yeah. It's fantastic.
Just
I think
another
I have an
needy
idea.
Fuck.
Oof. Is this the show?
Oh, yeah, another
Intervention?
needy bastard.
All those
know.
intervention shows drive me nuts, too. What the...
You know how on intervention...
How much are we supposed to tolerate? Could these mentally ill people tell us?
Apparently,
How long?
all of it.
How long are we
supposed to tolerate
in for?
everything?
Till the fucking
they're-
cows come home.
And the intervention is great because they are so dead set against it. They love the attention. They love it. But they have to say, I'm not going to sit for this.
Yes, you are.
I don't have a problem. You have the problem. What was this guy doing?
Jimmy,
what was his big fucking...
sometimes I don't know if I'm
amazing
supposed to ask something, but
You can ask me whatever
can say,
you want.
Go fuck yourself.
No, never.
Were you ever
Fuck yourself. What was that? What?
intervention?
Intervened?
Your family with you, I mean?
No.
I know you've been part of other people's interventions, I would imagine at this point.
Well, you know, a little 12-step. Never an official intervention.
Oh, see, that's what I don't know if we're allowed to talk about. But, I mean, did your family ever sit you down and go, all right, look, Jimmy,
Well,
what the fuck?
It was New Year's Eve, 85 going to 86. It was my last slice. I was 17, and they forced me into rehab. They said, you're going. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. You're going to rehab. I was 17, so legally they still had jurisdiction. So they sent me to the Princeton House in New Jersey.
Fancy.
It really did. And I went for 30 days, and I drank in the rehab, and I drank when I got out.
Jesus.
That was right when the Challenger blew up, early 86.
How do you drink in rehab?
We used to go to, let's just say, outside 12-step get-togethers, and my roommate Dwayne and I, it was me, Dwayne, and Harvey. Dwayne was a black guy from Trenton, my roommate, and Harvey was a very, very fucking psychotic guy with a mustache who would make me laugh really hard because he would make weird noises. Like when somebody else was sharing a meeting, he would go like, he was fucking out of his mind. So Dwayne got himself a pint of vodka, me a pint of wine, me a half pint of vodka. We drank in the rehab. But
Jesus.
Yeah. And then I'll never forget when I got out and I started drinking again. My mother said, Jimmy's been drinking. And there was a coffee cup, and my grandmother went, oh, and knocked over the coffee cup. It was like, right, me and my friend Chris Okanowski.
Poor Granny.
Yeah.
Was she nervous because she knew that meant she might get a little... You know what? I can't go down this road.
I don't care.
I almost said something stupid.
Say it, I don't care.
Like she was going to get a beating.
Why? What's wrong with that? She knows.
Drunk Jimmy beating up
It's not
Granny.
accurate. That's how she would get fucked. I never hit. I always talked with my cock when it came to older relatives.
Yeah.
That's right. My cock talked, her vagin ass listened.
We all need the meat paddles. The green and red fucking paddle thing.
Dude, none of it. That's all.
No. Yeah, but sometimes I don't want to.
Oh, no.
Whatever.
No.
Okay. What's the intervention thing? So just play it, you said?
Yeah, I wasn't sure what it was going to be, and then once it kind of hits, I was like, okay, I get this. Definitely pulling this for the program today.
Out in my heart.
Oh, shit.
I still love you.
What is that?
I gotta try to find the video. I don't know why
What
it's not
the
coming
fuck
up.
was he doing?
He was crying.
Yeah, man, he was sitting down. Obviously he doesn't have the problem, right?
It's two different people. It's one guy talking to the other guy, and when the one guy says, you know, I still love you, then it goes to the other guy, and he's the one that just starts.
He just started crying. I thought he was actually playing guitar and trying to sing a little song for him.
Dude. Oh, he's weeping now.
Dude, you just blew up Michael Winslow's spot, you know. What the fuck? You're supposed to keep that stuff quiet.
That is exactly who he looks like.
No, not that. Going back to your story.
What?
About the rehab thing. You went to fucking rehab with Michael Winslow.
What do you mean?
I'll get there. Don't worry. I got this under control. Jordan from Scranton writes, he was a psychotic guy with a mustache who would make me laugh by making weird noises.
Oh, okay. Harvey was white. Harvey told a story of how he got drunk.
Harvey.
He got drunk and would follow the police. He would get loaded in his car and drive behind the cops and tail them.
See, that isn't the thing you're supposed to do. You're supposed to get away from them when you're...
No. Who are these guys? Are they gay? Are they lovers? Are they brothers? Are they...
Well, they're brothers.
Wait, let me start it over.
Yeah, start it over.
Now we're going to look at the video.
Uh-oh. It's Urkel.
I still love you.
Is this on break? Is it on break, Danny?
No, I thought it was, but it looked like just a picture.
How did these guys find that? They need to see this.
Wow.
Isn't that great?
Right before he bites a lady's face.
How great is that? It's still real to me, damn it.
Wow.
That is 20 times better with the video.
Oh, yeah.
If you go to Google videos and just type in "crying guy cries the best."
Wow. Crying guy cries the best.
It's like the fourth one down.
Sounds like he's singing an opera called Faggot.
Gomer in Texas saw that episode, said it was hilarious. Gomer, why was it hilarious?
Well, it was right in the middle of like this big, tearful scene. His sons hated him and everything, and then one son got in contact with him, and the other one finally admitted that he still loved him and everything. And it's this big, tearful scene, and I was watching it with my wife, and then he busts out with that, and I am laughing my ass off. And then I catch, the water she's drinking in the back of my head.
Wait, it was father's son. Okay. Oh. So who was the drinker? Was it the father?
Yeah, he was a champion boxer, like back in the 80s. His name was like Rocky Leffridge, something like that.
Rocky Bicciano. Sorry. Well, go ahead.
And he had abandoned his family and got into crack and everything else, and has been homeless for like 10 years.
Wait, hold on. I got to hear it again. I got to slow you down, though. Kurt in New Orleans, thank you. Rocky Lockridge was a 2-time world champion boxer.
Oh, yeah?
Wow. Would he cry on his opponents until their gloves slipped? Good improv, Jim.
I got to hear it again.
I still love you.
Let me...
I still love you.
From the opera Nigaro.
Is he crying or laughing? That's very funny.
We might have a remix fucking contest.
Nigaro.
We might have to fucking remix this shit, man. That's classic. We might have to remix this shit down to some stuff.
That face is so fucking funny. Out of nowhere. You just... God.
My heart.
Gotta watch it once more.
I still love you.
He runs out of crying.
He does.
The best part is that he never shed a tear the whole fucking time. His sons are just bawling like little crybabies, and he's just staring at them. And then that's the first noise he makes is
the best part is at the end when he puts on a suit and does Minnie the Moocher as this fucking kid ship him into a fucking nut house. Beat it, you fucking punch drunk idiot. Let me tell you a story about Brain Dead the boxer. Holy shit.
Let's say hi to John on Long Island. John.
Good morning, guys.
Hey, John.
I just want to know if there's a plate of spaghetti coming down the wall in the video.
The part before that clip was actually somebody doing the name game with Anthony.
Yes. Tony Poponi. Oh, God, is that fucking funny.
That is a great, because his mouth just opens and then sound flies out.
Out of nowhere.
That's why I watched it. I'm like, okay, like, where's this gonna go?
Yeah.
I was like,
he looks like the fucking when she fucking violently threw up in The Exorcist, how the mouth just opened and shit flew out of it.
Some people are suggesting Shivo and that guy.
Oh, yeah.
You hear them together.
That's great.
Danny, what? Big duties
on Twitter? Yeah, big duties on Twitter.
How do you
And
spell
that's
duties.
How do you spell the duties
The
part?
duties is DOODIES.
Yes, it's spelled properly.
It's proper. It's not the YS. That's
Yeah,
improper.
It could be DUTIES.
But I don't have any
not.
big duties.
Duties.
Ever.
Oh, God.
How great is that, huh?
Yeah.
How great is that?
I'm loving it.
He's probably saying that because as he shifted in his seat, one of his giant homeless fucking balls went under his leg and he sat on them. One of his huge southern black man gentleman testicles, he fucking sat on like it was a beanbag chair. All those years of being homeless, he had fucking... Here goes, he's gonna sit on his ball in a second.
Still love
His
you.
elephantitis testicle, it got caught under his chair.
He just runs out of hair.
Oh, God.
Oh, fuck. What do you got?
Shit.
Don's on the line. Don.
Is that Don on the phone?
Yeah.
Hey, guys. I thought that was Terry Schiavo.
Yeah, we were just talking about that. It does
Got a little
definitely
fucking
sound like
Shivo in there.
Shivo.
I'm in tears, man. Punch it out, guys.
Should we go remix contest with that clip or what? Should we do remix contest? What? I don't know. Fuck.
If somebody wants to, why not?
Yeah, whatever.
This guy fucking rules.
Yeah, that guy is the best. Out of nowhere.
Sounds like he's jumping off a cliff.
Someone's suggesting also immigrant song again. You might want to throw him into immigrant song.
The Terry Schiavo immigrant song remix is despicable. It's also very, very funny.
It's great. This guy might fit very well.
We could
into
throw this
immigrant
into
song.
some rock screams.
Yeah.
We could do a little rock scream with this guy. Can we hear the Terry Schiavo thing as we go to break here? The Terry Schiavo.
Daddy has to pee badly.
Why don't we do
Terry
that?
Schiavo. Let's do this going into break.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one. As Travis finds that real fast, we'll go to Larry in Connecticut. Larry.
Hey, boys.
Hi, Larry.
This guy sounds like Tar Box on that Jerky Boys thing.
He punched me and kicked me, my dude.
This guy has big, swollen, homeless guy hands, too. When you look at his hands, the back of his leathery hands, he looks fucking homeless.
Oh, that's another one there. Yeah, okay. Janine is saying the little kid that stands up in the seat when he's on medication and his father coming home from the dentist. And he screams.
Yeah, this poor bastard.
Just get a bunch of fucking screams, put them together.
Anthony, I just fucking tweeted that fucking clip on Opie Radio thanks to Big Duties.
Yes.
So there you go. You can see the fucking video. Look at us using technology. We're crazy.
Steve from Bayshore is always just...
he's always a treat, isn't he?
Too racist to say what he's writing, but it's always funny.
He says the guy's a fucking... That one?
No.
What? Howler? What?
I'm not even getting close to it.
All right. Why don't we take a leak?
Yeah, let's take leaks.
It sounds like, oh, yeah.
Grab each other's cocks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it. I'll admit this. When I'm peeing and a friend is holding my cock and squeezes so hard that it stops the vein.
Ah, yeah. Who doesn't love that? Ow.
Okay.
That would hurt.
Sure would.
His new name is Trav Dog? Trav
Yeah,
Dog.
it's Trav Dog. That's
Why?
Travis's new cool name. Because he hates it.
Stupidest name.
What? It's cool.
Look,
Beats Trav is.
By the way, after the
Trav Dog.
After the mental illness discussion, a few people point out that I admitted recently that I shit on the sidewalk here in New York.
Yes.
Hence that I have a mental problem. I will not argue that I might have some mental issues, but the reason I shit on the sidewalk in Manhattan was because I was either going to shit my pants or I had to shit on the sidewalk. So I
Right.
chose the sidewalk. I couldn't find a bathroom in time.
There's nothing wrong with that.
And there was no one around. And it was pretty late because, you know, it was after some drinking or something. I forgot what I was doing that night.
Some
and
men.
I fucking pulled my pants down and shit on the sidewalk. Yes.
As long as it's not where I'm walking, I don't give a shit.
And I figured at that point, if you're going to shit, you might as well fucking, you know, make it impressive for everybody else in the morning.
Did it blast out?
Dude, it was not good.
Rocketed out your ass.
It was not good.
By the way, why on television is there a talking Ethiopian nickel? That fucking, what's his name? Richard Steele, the Republican? He looks like an Ethiopian coin. He really, what a dumb fucking
That's a great picture.
bald head he has.
Leak time, Jimmy.
I have to fucking tinkle.
All right, let's go.
I want someone to kneel in front of my penis and make that crying noise. Yeah.
You got it.
Oh, Trap Dog
I'm
has
on.
it. Here we go. We're going to play this as we go to break.
PM. 8:34